anything from my main monitor tonight. So we're gonna have a firm talking to after the session from my main monitor tonight.
Oops.
What in the damn hell, buddy?
And now, gonna grab a drink, and we
Okay, I'll
shall
be right back.
commence.
Hello.
I'm gonna try and switch over my service real quick. Someone disconnect real fast.
Oh, who's here?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yes. It sounds weird, though.
Your mic's in your mouth.
Yeah.
What'd you do, Lucy? Man, I had an easy day at work today. It was so nice.
Okay. Doo-ba-doo-doo.
Hmm.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. Boo-doo. So, when we last left, you guys had accepted a contract to go check out Bulwark. After a very long and very grumpy trip halfway across the nation, on foot, you arrived at Bulwark. Upon your arrival in Bulwark, the things that struck you the most were the giant wall being built along the Rhodean and the Cintran border. Now, you can see where the lengthening of the wall had stopped, but what was part of the wall looked to be in pristine condition, as though it were upkept on a daily basis. You traveled along the wall until you got to the town proper. Upon your arrival in Bulwark, two men rode out to meet you, a father and his son. You met Quentin Freed and his son Anton Freed. Quentin explained that he was the mayor of Bulwark, but he wasn't the one that put out that contract to get the Talons in for help. He says it was Rick was the one who did that.
Rick.
Rick was out hunting when you arrived, so you decided to go examine the deceased's body. You found Doc Waters, who was the healer of the village, and the corpse of Gareth Plynn. Gareth's body had been almost cut to ribbons by what seemed to be giant claws. After you had finished your examination, you went and you talked to Zephyr, who is the only Fae that you have noticed in the village. She was a bit of a grounded elf. She is Rick Walker's wife, and she was caring for their half-elf son, Otis. At the same time, she was tending to the only surplus farm that you see in Bulwark, and that would be wheat. After talking with Zephyr, Rick Walker and Jonathan Plynn, the son of Gareth Plynn, returned, and they had the corpse of a giant wolf with them. A lot of them figured that it was the giant wolf that took out Gareth, but, well, you guys and some of the other villagers seemed unconvinced of this. After that, you headed in for evening prayer with Pastor Armand Waters.
Archie gave a testimony.
Archie gave a very soulful testimony on the duality of life and death, and the role of its balance in the world. After exposing the fine people of Bulwark to a different religion and different culture, you all decided to turn in. Nag and Korgath sought out refuge in Quentin's barn for livestock. And the rest of you, Zephyr and Rick, helped put you up.
I'm assuming the barn had a hayloft, hopefully, that we could have slept in?
Yeah.
With the cows? Okay. Well, not all of us. Nag, don't eat the cows while I'm sleeping.
And you, Nag and Korgath, that is, you're woken, well, not Nag, I should say, but sun starts to peek through the barn, and the barn door opens as Quentin starts leading the handful of cows out to pasture.
That's not very many cows.
It's a kind of a poor little town, I'm beginning to think.
Subsistence farmers. Only surplus plot you've seen has been Zep and Rick's wheat farm.
That's all they grow is wheat. Didn't you read the title screen?
I'm just saying, I can't get very many cows in my hand.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
you don't know how big this dude's hands are. He could have, he could have hands the size of Trump's. I mean, he could have the biggest hands. Sorry, that's my last one.
Oh dear.
That is definitely the wrong page.
Ah!
Yeah.
Dragon! Like to rage and run away.
There we go.
Farmers get up early, it appears.
I suppose it is early.
Ah, look who decided to talk some now. Hey, welcome back, friend. Oh, quiet, less
Mm-hmm.
just blur. I guess we need to go find the other guys.
I'm sure you're hungry for breakfast. You're always hungry.
Yeah, I figure we can find that. If not, cows just went by. We can borrow one of them.
As for the
What do
rest
you
of
think
you,
killed that? Oh, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
as for the rest of you, you get woken up by activity downstairs. You're all sort of in, clustered up in a guest room in the upstairs. You hear Rick talking to Zep, and then the door open and close, and you kind of hear Zep shushing Otis, and you don't hear Rick anymore.
Good morning.
You go downstairs and tell that to Zep.
I guess I was expecting one of my companions to respond.
Ah. Well,
Is that you, Mr. Smiley? Are you saying something?
Yar.
It's too early for your yarring, don't you think?
Pretty late, I thought. Maybe not.
Well, I suppose it's time to solve another mystery. Don't you think?
So it wasn't the wolf?
I mean, we were operating under the suspicion that it wasn't, I thought.
Oh. I was just gonna give it and leave. Never
Although
mind.
last night does seem like a dream, like it took place many moons ago. So I can't recall exactly.
Breakfast then.
Yes, I suppose we should grab our bird friend as well.
Roll to grab bird?
No, you should just go do it and I will go eat.
Fine. Archie? Hello?
Lucy? I think Lucy's AFK.
No.
Maybe.
Well, on the way over there, I guess we should go find the rest of them. I think they're stayed over there at the elf's house. There's
Oh.
Zephyr. Maybe we should. Well, maybe they'll have breakfast over there.
Sounds good. Let's...
You smell a very good smell coming from downstairs.
Is it like a cool, crisp spring morning, fall, summer?
We're
What
getting into the beginning of summer. So it's nice and warm out.
Sunny.
Stretch in the sunlight.
I'm just gonna look at him weird.
Very enjoyable for the snake.
I'm enjoying it too. I didn't get much sunlight before. It's nice.
That's true.
As you sort of converge on the downstairs part of the Walker residence, you smell bacon. You smell all that good stuff.
Ooh, bacon.
You come down.
Hello?
She kind of laughs. I didn't know how much you would eat, so I just went ahead and prepared everything from the week. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine.
I think that'll depend on if the rest of us show up.
Well, y'all seemed mighty close. Yeah, if and you got over your differences some, but you seem like good folk. I figure it's the least I can do for coming this far out of your way, look into our problem.
Hello.
Oh. Yeah, come on in. It was Korgath, wasn't it?
Yeah. Is that bacon?
Zephyr smiles at you. I figured this would be your favorite.
Meat's really my favorite.
Ah, yes.
You got any like mice or anything for my buddy Nag here?
Like peek out from behind him.
Well, if you look around in the fields enough, you'll find plenty of prairie dogs. Close enough to mice, ain't they?
Pretty much. But this food is easier. I'll just have some of it.
Okay. She kind of sits down with you, holding Otis. Otis is awake, but he's a pretty quiet kid. Mostly just staring at you. She kind of sighs. She's like, it's been a while since I've seen another Fae.
Who are you talking to?
Nobody, I guess. Or everybody.
Probably me. I'm the most fey here.
Y'all look y'all look the part. Mostly. The girl with the wolf ears, maybe a little less, but the rest of you, 100%.
Oh, she makes up for it in temperament.
I could tell.
Does she look like she was in a fight last night with, say, a big wolf?
Zephyr?
Yeah.
No, she looks fine.
Okay. Just
Do any of us look like we've been in a fight with a big wolf?
You have some lasting bruises from your fight with the rocks.
Oh,
I didn't go kill any wolf. Calm down.
Yeah.
How long have you lived out here?
I've been living here. Oh, it's been about 10 years now. I grew up in New Haven.
Yar.
There's just something that happens to elves, and maybe you've gone through it too, sir. We just feel like leaving. And in my dreams, I saw a big wall, and I saw a little town, and I saw a man. And there was something telling me, that was where I needed to go. That was where I belonged.
And, is it?
Well, here's where I met Rick. Rick's made
Well,
me as happy
I
as
guess-
can be.
Is Rick the man you were dreaming about, I guess, is my...
He was. I saw his face in my dreams. He's the first
Oh.
face I saw when I got here.
That's a coincidence, right?
It's a strange thing that happens. They call it the Wander Dream. They don't know quite what causes it. Maybe it's some connection with the arcane. Maybe it's some connection with Terria itself, telling us we're not in the right place. Some people, they wander forever, their whole lives, looking for that place. And they get to the end of their lives and realize wandering was their place.
Whoa.
That's pretty deep.
Korgot's mind just exploded while he was trying to put that together.
So it's a bit too early for me to be waxing poetic.
Nag is just nodding while he's eating some bacon.
So, nothing like this has ever happened in 10 years.
No, it's been the most peaceful place you could imagine. The men
How long's
all-
that wall been there?
That wall has been there for generations and generations. That thing was being constructed during the Red War.
Has anything changed these past couple of weeks?
Nothing that feels relevant.
No, anything, even the smallest thing you could think of.
Like you changed deodorants, detergent.
Yeah, dug
Toothpaste.
up an old well, or planted a tree, or
Opened a cave.
opened a cave. Yeah.
Or mine or something.
Plowed a new field.
Ah,
Well, we have been plowing fields out closer to the forest. I have noticed that old Manser's dogs been barking at the night a bit more.
Does he live over by the forest?
Old Roland Manser? Yeah, he's a bit closer to the forest. Still inside the town, though. You know, something just occurred to me. Y'all haven't been to where he supposedly passed yet, have you?
maybe we haven't.
Who, Garrett?
Gareth.
Gareth? No, I haven't. Oh. Oh, I don't think
Well.
we went. Or wherever they found the wolf. We didn't go there either.
If Otis is up for traveling, could you take us?
Well, that's the thing. I don't quite know where it is, but Anne might. Gareth's wife.
Oh,
So you want us to go ask the wife of the guy that was killed to take us to the place where her husband was killed?
She'd probably just tell you where it is. I imagine going back there would be very uncomfortable for her.
Oh, yeah.
Besides, all the men are out working on the wall today.
is that what everybody does?
Mostly. Some days we get off. But we do have to make sure all of it is maintained, to make sure we get those shipments from Rodea that we depend on.
How do they? Sorry.
We grow mostly everything we need, but everything we don't need gets supplied to us by Rodea every couple of weeks or so, in exchange for us upkeeping the wall.
Do they send someone to check on the wall, or?
Yeah, they send a little convoy out every couple of weeks.
Oh, neat.
There's enough wear and tear out here that wall would need to be worked on daily? Seems pretty nice out here right now. I can't imagine it'd do a whole lot of wear to it today.
It's a long wall. Besides, it's a bit of a interesting situation from what I've understood. I'm still getting used to human culture. The truth is, a lot of the people here, it's all they know, it's all they're good at. And I don't think that the people who run things over in Rodea really know what to do with them if they weren't working on that wall, so they just keep them working on the wall.
Guys, we're in a coal mining town in West Virginia right now.
It was Rick's idea to start growing this wheat farm and maybe get a little extra. Of course, everything we
Wheat?
saved up went into calling you guys.
Oh. Well, it's nice wheat.
And money well spent, if I do say so myself.
If we solve the case.
Well, I'm just hoping you guys can help, and I'm hoping I can help you guys any way I can. All the men should be working on a spot of the wall about 2 miles south if you want to talk with them. Got something in my throat, sorry. Okay. And could speak with Anne about where she found the body.
That's probably a good idea. Go take a look at the place.
Alright.
Where does Ann live?
A couple houses over. Got a red roof.
Oh no. Not again.
Red and blue. At least it's not black and yellow. Alright, well, we're gonna go talk to Ann. Is Ann just a regular human? You're not a foe?
Yeah, I'm the only fae in the village.
We're not gonna, like, freak her out?
She'd probably be upset. Mostly at Gareth dying. But, ever since he died, well, there's an old myth. It's not true, of course, but a lot of people still believe it. Having fae around attracts primal fae. It just isn't true, but ever since I arrived, that's what people have been worried about, and now
You
there's
said you've been here 10 years, though.
Yeah.
Are they saying it took 10 years to get the primal fae here?
I thought that it was a dead and buried rumor about 5 years after us being here and nothing like that happening. And then 5 more years passed, and it was a thing of the past. Gareth died 10 days ago, and that's the first thing I hear about. I just can't let go of it.
Okay, well, thank you for breakfast. And
Mm-hmm.
let's solve this case.
Yeah.
So, where you guys headed? She told you where Roland Manser was. She told you where Anne was, and she told you that all the men in the village are down at the wall if you had any questions.
Do we know where they took the dead wolf?
She says, I saw Rick bringing it to Doc. If you want to go investigate it.
Yes. Didn't
I'd
we
like
do
to
that already?
go. I don't remember. I don't have a very good memory. I'd like to go look at it one last time.
Sure.
Maybe we didn't do that.
I don't think we did.
Oh,
Let's go
now I'm
look at the.
confused.
Let's go look at the wolf first, and then we'll go find Roland or Ann.
I think Anne's who we need to speak to.
Hmm.
But, a look at a wolf can't hurt. It's not like he's
He's not gonna hurt bite us or anything. I don't think.
die again.
What does everybody else agree or what?
Sounds good. Look at the wolf.
All right, let's go look at this wolf. To
Okay.
Doc.
Sounds good to Archie as well. So,
I'm gonna get. If she can't give lectures, I'm so gonna get in a fight with somebody tonight.
you travel over to Doc's little house. He's home. He is apparently exempt from working on the wall.
Because he's the doctor.
Yes. They need me here in case of any emergencies, Doc says. Now, how can I help you?
I hear you got that dead wolf here. You mind if we take a look at it?
Of course, go right ahead.
Is
Leads
it
you down
around
to-
back? Man,
Down in the basement. I've just finished embalming Gareth's body.
oh, so we can look at him too. Okay, cool.
You did that last time, but you could take another look if you wanted.
Well, we'll just see if they're like the wounds look similar to one another on both beasts, and that they're side by side.
Yep.
Can I
Okay.
look at that and see?
Sure. So you look at the wolf's paw, and you sort of size it up with the size of the giant gashes on Gareth. You hold it up to him. You kind of tilt your head, but it's so close to being a match, but not quite.
Do the gashes on the wolf look it's the same size as the gashes on Gareth?
The wolf didn't have any gashes. The wolf got hunted down by Jonathan and Rick. So it's got the the puncture wounds from the arrows.
Just for a comparison, can I like take my necklace off and just like see if my claw on my bear is closer in size to the that I'm wearing is closer in size to the wounds on Gareth than the wolf?
No, it's further away. The bear claw
Smaller.
is longer.
I make a survival check to see like if it seems like an actual wolf claw mark, or if I maybe recognize it as something else. Sure.
Yeah, medicine.
Medicine.
Anybody who wants to do that.
Would this been like a wound I would have known like from fighting from my past? From like beast I would have fought against or
Can I aid Nag?
Yeah, you can aid.
No. Not trained in medicine. All right.
Archie might be.
Oh.
Why'd you roll with this?
Oh, wait.
advantage?
I don't know. My sheet looks different.
you rolled a 17 on the first one.
Okay. Wait.
Plus 9? Oh, wait.
Plus
What?
1.
Yeah.
It's disadvantage, so he rolled a 17 and a 9.
That's alright. You examine those wounds, and you can affirm with 100% certainty that they were indeed done by a wolf, but a wolf of a similar size to this one. Not this particular wolf.
I'm not so sure that it was this wolf that caused these wounds. A wolf, I think, but I think maybe a slightly smaller one. Maybe.
You think it was an imposter?
I can't be for sure, but
So it's like this
I
one's-
don't think it was this specific wolf.
This one's
Claw
child.
marks just don't match up right. They don't seem like super small, right? Just like a little bit smaller or something.
Yeah, just a little bit smaller.
Yeah. So probably not a baby, but like just a.
Is this wolf that Jonathan killed? Is it a male or a female?
Are you investigating the wolf?
Yeah, I want to see what the race of the sexuality of the wolf is.
Examining the parts of the wolf, you determine this is a male wolf.
Maybe it was this one's mate that killed him.
Maybe.
Or an offspring.
You can also investigate individual parts of the wolf if you would like. Say the head or the tail, fur, things like that.
Can I like look in his mouth?
Yeah, you find tufts of gray fur.
Would you quit?
There's
Gray
gray
fur.
fur in the mouth. I'm investigating. Don't be telling me to quit.
Sorry, I got a cat.
It's a cat did it. You saw the cat, Mr. Smiley. Does it look like wolf fur?
You
Fur similar
can
to wolf?
you can knowledge nature this fur.
Ooh. One of these days I'll get to use it. Ooh, that's with a minus one.
That's pretty good.
That's with a -1.
Yeah.
It's probably raccoon fur.
This looks like raccoon fur. This isn't helping us much. This thing like to eat raccoons, apparently.
So a raccoon killed the man?
I mean, if we wanted to open the wolf up, we could open it up and look in its stomach and see what was in there to give us a better idea of what it'd eat.
Will that help us?
I don't know.
Maybe
Okay,
there's treasure.
Maybe we could ask the doc to do it. He'd probably do a better job at it than we could.
Can someone inform Rob of exactly what was happening? I think I missed something.
Over
The wolf.
you
The
just-
wolf supposedly killed this guy. Right.
That was the
Right.
thought of everybody.
Okay, everyone thinks that a wolf killed the farmer guy.
Well, a primal fae, or this wolf.
Okay.
And then people aren't convinced that this wolf isn't primal, even though last session you determined it was not primal.
Okay. Where did they find the body? I assume these are questions that were already answered.
Well, that was answered by Zep and knows where they found the body. And I'm
Zep-
guessing the people who helped Anne.
Okay. So the party has not found out yet.
No, the party hasn't
Okay.
been there.
Okay.
Yeah, what's up, Archie? You're being awful quiet.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
what-
I don't think examining the wolf too much is going to help us because I don't think it was this wolf that killed this guy. So,
Alright.
Fine by me.
so we need to go talk to someone that knows where he was killed.
Ann.
I
And
think that was Anne.
Yeah.
Alright. Traveling to Anne's place?
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Yar.
Okay. Knock on the door. It's a pretty long delay. And then
Maybe
finally,
we should let Rupert or somebody talk to her. He's pretty good at talking to people.
Well, I mean, I could try. I tend to be a rather jolly fellow, such a somber person.
Real quick, has she met us yet?
no. This is first meeting.
I will stand behind Korgath.
You auto succeed on your hide check.
I'm not like super hiding. I'm just like, my legs and pants look normal. I'm
As
just gonna.
non-threatening as a snake can look.
Do your thing, little man.
Very well.
The door opens up. You see a woman around Gareth's age. Her eyes are kind of blotted red. She definitely has been crying this morning. I figured I'd be getting a visit by you guys today. Here, come on in. It's all right. This
Thank
is
you,
important.
madam. May I introduce myself? My name is Rupert of the Talons. This here is Mr. Smiley. He's
Yar.
a jolly fellow. Archie, Korgath, Nag, and the wolf girl is Hanaki. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I wish it were under more joyful circumstances. We, and may I say from all of the Talons across Sintra, we are sorry for your loss.
Our condolences.
Thank you. Yep. Y'all got that same air about you. A lot like Zep. Bless her heart. A lot of folks are mad at her, but I don't think she had anything to do with it.
We don't either, and we aim to prove that as a fact.
Well, I suppose we should get down to business.
Yes, perhaps we should. Don't wish to bother you as little as possible.
I worry about the toll this is going to take on Jonathan. I worry about him down at the wall. Alright, well, you probably know that I found him 10 days ago. He came back, he was over at Manser's place, Roland Manser, till about 9:30.
PM?
Yeah, at night. He likes to stay with his friends at night. He and Roland, they were both too old to work on the wall, so they spent most of their time, entertaining each other. And of course, Gareth would make plenty of time for me and Jonathan. Anyway. Finished up.
When you say entertaining each other, what? I'm just curious, out of curiosity.
Smoking tobacco. Making jokes on the back porch. You know how we get at this age. Maybe you don't. You look young.
I am.
Anyway. He finished up smoking over there with Roland at 9:30. Came back here about 10:30. His usual routine. He came and wished me a good night, wished Jonathan a good night, and there's something else he always does. He goes on a little walk, a little ways down to the forest, just south of that wheat field that Zepp and Rick are working on. He goes out there, collects his thoughts, comes back, like clockwork, every evening. Except, he never came back. First time in, since I can remember, he ain't come back. I immediately just ran out there. But I didn't know if I wanted to see what I actually saw. And when I got there, I ran away just as quickly as I had come in. Couldn't bear to see it. I told Quentin what had happened, and he got some of the men of the village to go out there and bring his body back.
Must have been real tough.
Yeah. Well, if you wanted to get out there, I'd give you exact instructions. I won't go out there, but I remember it vividly. Very vividly.
If you could.
She gives you exact instructions as to how to get to where she found the body.
Aye.
We thank you for these instructions. I assure you we will avenge your husband and find his killer and bring it to justice.
Yes. You go bop that monster. Is there anything else you wanted to ask?
Did he have any enemies in town? Somebody that didn't like him?
You're in a town this small, everybody kinda has to get along with one another. Gareth didn't have any enemies that I could see. In fact, most of the tension comes around Zepp and Rick. A lot of it comes from the mayor, but he's just rude and a little blunt sometimes, but I don't think he means any actual harm.
Had your husband been acting strangely before this happened?
No, not that I can remember. No, it was like clockwork. Hangs out with Roland, comes and spends time with me and Jonathan, helps raise him, sets us to bed and goes on his walk and comes and joins me after he's done.
He sounds like a good man.
He was. May Charon guide him peacefully.
Yar.
So we're gonna go looking.
I think so.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck out there.
How far a walk is it?
All right, got that piece of string out of Calypso's mouth. We're good. So, the instructions are pretty specific. You find yourself walking for just a little bit.
Seems like we've been walking forever to get here.
Go figure.
Not as long as it took us to get here in town, but a good long minute.
All right. You get there. As it's been 10 days since the body was found, you see a bit of disturbed grass at first, but there are various levels of vegetation and trees around that could be examined.
Can I just like do a
Yeah.
look at the ground to see if I see any tracks similar to the wolf that we saw earlier?
Alright, survival for tracks.
I'm gonna look for tracks that aren't like the wolf we found earlier.
That's all the tracks possible between the two of you.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna ignore like, you know, bird tracks and tracks that seem plausible.
Looking around, you're not seeing any obvious tracks. You hear a rustling, though, off in the distance.
What's that?
Yeah.
Maybe it's one of them prairie dogs. There's supposedly a bunch of them.
Are we in a forest?
Yeah, you sort of entered a wooded area near the wheat field.
Are there forest dogs?
I don't know.
Nag?
The rustling
Uh,
continues.
What is
Come
it?
out, forest dog!
Oh,
It's pretty far away,
is it?
Oh,
but it's pervasive.
Smiley, why don't you go take a look, and I will put my hand on your shoulder and cast invisibility.
oh, fancy.
We'll hold back a little ways. Why don't you go take a look?
I will sneak over there at max speed.
Okay, so invisible sneaking pirate. Go ahead and roll your stealth.
Jesus.
Plus invisible.
He's invisible already.
Okay.
God, Smiley's, where'd he go? He's gone.
What is happening?
Smiley, where'd you go?
I'm being quiet.
I should not start a session without my IRL dice next to me.
It's gonna go check out the noise. Pretend you're still looking at things.
Can I look at the trees and see if there's like any gash marks or anything that might have been caused by a big ass animal?
Well, hold on. Because
That's what
Smiley's going up to the... Oh boy. Smiley's going up to the rustling. Okay. So you go to where you hear the rustling, Smiley. Very
Right.
stealthily, very invisibly. Starts getting louder and louder until you get to the bush that you suspect it's coming from. And all of a sudden, everybody roll initiative.
And we're in our fight that we were not supposed to be able to get in
A
tonight.
wild caterpie appeared.
Oh, I got a beholder.
I have to put my token in so that I can roll
Why is
initiative.
he so big?
So big. Oh my god.
Killing it on the initiative rolls, guys.
How we got?
Alright. Alright.
Guys,
Well.
I'm not seeing any claw marks on these trees. I think maybe it's just a squirrel.
The rustling increases. You guys fixate your attention on the bush that Smiley approaches. And out of it darts a raccoon. The raccoon darts past all of you and
What's
jets,
behind the raccoon?
So I
jets
get an
off to
attack
the...
of opportunity as it passes by.
No, it doesn't pass by close enough. It takes
Oh.
a circuitous route around all of you. It
But I'm
runs off.
invisible.
It runs off to the north.
No, don't waste it on that.
Dang it.
It runs off to the north. And do a perception check, all of you.
Cool. I haven't added my super perception yet, so add 4 to what I roll.
Okay.
It's not.
Tom and Nag.
That was a raccoon.
Tom and Nag, you notice a piece of meat hanging out of the raccoon's mouth as it runs off to the north.
Oh. I go check the bush he was in.
Examining the bush, you find a similar little piece of meat, but just one, and it looks to be a little bit rotten.
Is it people?
You can't tell.
Oh. That raccoon had meat in its mouth, and there's meat in this bush, and I think it's a people eater.
That raccoon eats people.
Well, maybe a little bit.
Like a part that fell off, or like because the wolf had been eating raccoons. Maybe it's a wolf eater. Maybe the wolves and raccoons were in a battle with one another for supremacy of the forest.
I don't know enough about forests to disagree with you.
I don't either. Maybe that's what we've stumbled upon, a turf war between wolves and raccoons. And Garrett just got caught in the crossfire.
I feel like that's rather unlikely.
Crips and Bloods thing over here.
But I mean like west side, east side. Like MI6 up in here. But you're not saying it couldn't have happened. Maybe there's a raccoon king.
Not sure what we can and can't rule out at this point.
Anyway, looking at the trees, did I see any like gashes, like animal claw marks or anything in the trees around where the dead body was? After Raccoon Gate scared us all.
Thank you. You do not find any gashes on the trees.
Can I take off after the raccoon?
You can.
Alright, I head north at top speed.
Are you still invisible?
Until he takes for like an hour until he takes like a hostile action. Like,
Did you tell us where you were going?
No.
Or you just okay, cool.
Why would I do that?
with his 23.
Yep. So
No.
Tom just might as well be gone because he is gone and you don't know where he went. But Tom, Smiley, you wander north. You hear a rushing river. You're getting closer to it.
I approach the river stealthily.
Okay, roll stealth. Alright. You think that you're a pretty stealthy pirate.
This
You
is
see, when I said river, it's more of a creek. So, retroactively, you hear a creek in the north. So you come up upon the creek, but one thing that you notice is that the water's pretty clear. Seems it's a rock bottom creek.
Huh. Is there anything else near the creek? Is there a raccoon? Can I see the raccoon?
You see a few raccoons off in the distance, washing items in the creek, washing berries, food.
Any washing meat?
No, the raccoon you were chasing seems to be gone.
Foiled again.
When you do look in the direction of the raccoons washing objects or washing food in the creek, you see something shiny, the creek bed.
I approach at maximum speed.
The raccoons skitter off upon your approach. You look down. The shiny object appears to be metal.
Ooh. I'll pick it up.
It is a knife.
Ooh. Is it? I guess it's probably clean. Is it rusty?
It's not rusty.
Knife description.
Knife description. It's a clean knife. It's not a rusty knife. Looks
Oh.
like it's a well-maintained knife. Somewhere within your memory dredges, you remember a knife sheath in the pile of belongings that Doc had for Gareth.
Maybe they were self-inflicted wounds.
Just talking to yourself.
Yes.
Whatever the case may be, it definitely looks like it's a new addition to the river.
I will remove it from the river.
And so you do.
Is there anything else around the knife?
You don't see anything else.
Alright, as long as that's it, I'll head back to the group.
Okay, the rest of you hear something approaching
From which direction?
from the north.
Is the raccoon coming back?
The rustling
Smiley.
gets louder.
Ah!
Where'd you go?
Should I you want me to attack him? You want me to? Ah!
Behind.
Maybe.
What is it?
The rustling grows ever louder.
How loud?
It's
Like
getting
louder.
really close.
I'm just gonna swing at its general for a second with a not a
Roll.
full powered backhand, but a semi-powered backhand. Just like what is it?
Roll attack at super disadvantage.
This is just with my fist, like a backhand.
Yeah.
Uh,
Smiley, does a 14 hit your AC?
It does not. Whoa! Whoa!
Comes close.
what are you doing, sneaking up on us like that?
I'm just walking. What?
We couldn't
No-
see you.
Nobody can see you.
You're
Oh. Well, pay closer attention.
I'm doing like in the woods. I'm just like swinging my hands like when you're walking through the woods trying to hit the cobwebs in the trees. I'm just like swinging around like, where are you?
I found a knife.
Well, okay. Question: would we have seen just a knife floating in the air as he was carrying it back?
No, you
in
wouldn't
turn-
hear anything. Or you wouldn't see.
Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible.
That's a cool spell.
Yep, as long as it is on the target's person.
So, there was a knife in the river. I think it was, his.
The
Right.
raccoons.
Yes.
Told you we're on a turf war. Okay.
No,
Nag puts his hand in his face.
oh, hang on, here. I'll toss the knife to Nag.
Gareth.
What? What? Why don't you set the knife on the ground before you stab someone with it?
No, just take it. Hang on,
I
here.
can't see it.
Oh.
Yeah,
I see what you mean.
Hold up my hand here.
You have to drop the dagger on the ground and then we can pick it up.
Put it in my hand. It's fine. Just put
Oh,
it in
there
my
you
hand.
go. There you go.
I will put the dagger in his hand.
If you stab me in my hand,
Grab
you'll
the
be,
sharp object that you can't see.
you will be uninvisible at some point.
A dagger, a knife appears in your hand, Nag.
No, it was my hand.
Korgath's hand was out.
In Korgath's hand, a knife.
Yeah.
Here, that's too small to be used for any effectiveness. I'll hand it to Nag now that he can see it.
This does seem like it might fit in that that sheath that was on that guy's possession. This could be his.
But you found it all the way over at the river.
All right, that's kind of a
But he was killed right here.
maybe whatever it was that killed him attacked him by the river and he dropped it.
Did it look like he had ran this way when you were on your way over there and back?
I don't really know how forests work. It's possible.
They're-
You kind of rule out Gareth ever going towards the vegetation where you found the meat and the raccoon that ran out with the meat in its mouth. That was very thick vegetation, and it doesn't look like it had been pressed down at all until you got there.
Well, is that guy's house around here? Wasn't he supposed to be at some guy's house smoking tobacco?
Roland?
Like,
Roland's
yeah.
close to here, but not in the wooded area. He's still
But
inside town.
So what was Gareth doing out here when he was supposed to be over at Roland's smoking tobacco?
Well, Anne said that he came back from Roland's and then went out for his walk, and then never came back.
It goes on for like a nightly stroll.
I wasn't really paying attention, man. I was eating breakfast.
Maybe he was standing in the creek for some reason.
Or maybe someone tossed the dagger in the creek.
Oh, aye. Could his wounds have been caused by a dagger, you think?
They seemed like wolf claw marks, but I don't know.
You weren't looking for wounds
Yeah,
other
wasn't
than wolf
looking
claw
for-
marks.
Yeah.
What if somebody was wearing a wolf claw and used that as a weapon?
I mean, that would be the same as a wolf having a wolf claw.
Well, no. What if somebody's trying to set up Zephyr? Like just trying to make it look like a primal Fae killed Gareth to get rid of Zephyr.
I see.
So to do that, you
wouldn't
kill
rule it out.
you kill a wolf, you hide said wolf, and you cut off its paws and use them as weapons to make it look like a wolf killed or a primal Fae killed Gareth.
Seems pretty elaborate.
That'll make my
People we've
head
met
hurt.
so far seem kind of simple, or like
Maybe they're one's an evil genius and we just haven't met them.
maybe.
Zephyr did say that was the first thing they started talking about, and she's been here 10 years.
Well, that's just people being, I don't know, people you...
I think if it would have happened, this sort of thing, it might have happened a while ago. You know, been around 10 years.
So now what?
Do you want to show us where you found the dagger? Maybe we can find something else around there.
Oh, sure. Follow me.
Deeper into Raccoon country, behind enemy line.
Smiley leads you to the river. Again, the raccoons are trying to wash their food, and again, they grumpily leave their washing post when you approach.
Oh shit! Out the watchman. They're going to alert the gang.
I'm not sure about this.
I'm gonna take a look around, kind of where Smiley says the dagger was, and maybe look at this side of the river and the trees, and the other side, if there's any like mud for prints, or it's been 10 days, so maybe like broken twigs where someone might have run in and out of the woods to toss a dagger or something. Oh yeah.
Nice. You see so many raccoon tracks.
Oh my god.
What are you looking for
Uh,
over there?
I think maybe like if someone was getting rid of the dagger or something, they like ran over here. So maybe there's some broken twigs or tracks somewhere.
Well, did you find any?
Nope. Lots of raccoon tracks.
Yeah, we're in raccoon country.
So maybe it was a raccoon?
Maybe a raccoon picked it up and tried to wash it off
That could be,
to
maybe.
give as an offering to his king.
Can anyone speak to raccoons?
Anybody have speak with animal? I don't. We
I
have a
can
snake and a bird. Don't y'all speak animal?
I can speak to snakes.
I'm sorry, that's not my specialty. I think you need a druid for that.
Can snakes speak
Weird
to raccoons?
people.
I don't know.
Do different animals speak different languages, or is it just
Actually, that's a good point. I'm gonna start looking in some trees and I don't know holes and shit where there might be snakes, and I want to see if I can find a snake that might live here, either here by the like between where the dagger was and where the dead body was.
Okay. It takes a good amount of searching, but you come across a hollowed out tree, and you hear a tss, tss, and then it turns into a sort of a curious hiss, a hiss that goes up in pitch.
But hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Personal time.
Can I see the snake?
It kind of pokes its head out of the hollow tree, and it does the double tongue licky thing, and blinks at you a few
Great.
times. You look effective.
Yes. I cast this on the snake.
Alright, let's see how wise a standard snake is.
That DC should be much higher than that. I think DC. Or no, I guess it's 6. So 10.
That don't make any goddamn sense, 5th edition. Snake being wiser than Alright, I'll go with it.
Oh, shit.
Oh my
Alright, well,
god!
it still might not hate me. You know,
It doesn't hate you.
no, just not.
It's just very curious and intrigued by
Hey.
your presence.
Hi. Have there been other two-legged creatures around here lately? I know there was a dead one found near. Was this kind of like near the dead body?
No, this is pretty far away from the dead body. Took a bit.
Okay. But I kind of point over where the dead body was. Like, there's a dead one over there. You didn't happen to see anything or hear anything going on? Maybe some like commotion you hid from about 10 days ago.
Nothing quite like that. I did see the body you're talking about. Brings all sorts of rodents. Got a feast.
Mm-hmm.
Things have been strange. More wolves. I hate the wolves. Always so loud. The raccoons are quiet, and I like quiet.
I understand that. You didn't happen to see the attack or anything, I suppose.
No, I was not present. But it is true that things over the past several suns have been more active in this part of the forest. I was considering relocating.
Like what kind of activity? Just the wolves, or anything more strange?
More and more wolves showing up the same place. They were not invited.
The same place.
Near here. Close. They stay away until the sun goes down.
Could you show me? I'd be very grateful. I could even maybe help you find a quieter place. I know traveling can be slow. I grew up with many family members that were more like you than me.
No, I cannot point out an exact place. It is this territory in general
Ah.
that has had more activity.
Mhm.
I am sorry. I stay away when things get busy.
I understand. We're hoping to figure out why it's been so busy, and maybe make it a little less busy if we can.
I would appreciate it. Unfortunately, I have told you all I can, friend.
I very much appreciate it, as it's been long since your last meal.
No, I am quite full, and would appreciate further time to rest.
Thank you for your time, friend. Rest well.
Snake kinda coils himself back up into the tree and disappears.
I'll relay this to the party.
Were you just talking to that snake?
Yeah, it was a nice fella.
What was his
Hi,
name?
all snake bros, man.
Did he have a name?
Did he have a name?
It's a
Do you mean
snake.
that?
It's a snake.
His
I'll name him. I won't. I won't tell Koryath. I'm going to just say his name was Stefan. Yeah, his name's Stefan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Can I see if he's fucking with me?
If you really want to, you can roll an insight.
Let's see. Where's my? Oh,
He didn't look like a...
You think about it for a few moments, Korgath, and then you realize it's a fucking
Snakes don't have
snake.
fucking names! What'd he say?
I tell him what he said.
well, maybe you can give him a name, and that'll be your gift to him for helping.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't want a name because he's a snake.
That's true. I didn't have a name until I was given one.
Did you like being given a
You
name?
got this man has been given 2 names.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Nag the Viper. What'd he say? I mean, were wolves attacking raccoons? What's going on?
It's gotten a lot busier. A lot more wolves showing up in this area.
Can Haneke talk to wolves? You've been
No.
really quiet tonight, Haneke.
She cannot talk to wolves.
Man, I should have been a totem bard.
It doesn't seem like the wolves would be very friendly, though.
Yeah,
Wonder what's bringing all the wolves
there's a lot more than before, I guess. So maybe they could be, there's a lot more predators in the area recently, then they're gonna get a little bit more desperate for food. But they didn't eat him.
I mean,
So
not many people eat.
Well, but like a hungry wolf would,
Not
if that's the reason it attacked.
Yeah,
I
that
was
was
muted.
that is actually something that was established last session. Is that normally wolves would eat If they attack a human, they would eat the human, but he was not eaten. He was simply clawed up.
Maybe something interrupted the wolf, like another wolf, or raccoons.
Man, I'm getting an eerie feeling we're
Well,
walking in on a turf.
Did he say that the wolves come every night?
Yeah, it gets like he said that right. To it.
Pretty regularly, the wolves
Yeah.
congregate. Not every night, but many nights.
You want to camp out here and wait for a bunch of ass wolves to come in?
I mean, maybe.
We don't even
Up
own
with them.
10.
We could
Last time we camped
Well,
out
I'm
here,
sure
it rained
someone-
on us.
look at
I'm
these
sure
trees.
someone in the
fine.
the town, they can have a tent. We
Um,
can buy a tent.
just sleep up in the trees.
is there anything magical in the forest? Maybe the wolves are being summoned by a fancy wolf rock or something.
Maybe the town people clearing out forests to plow new fields is driving them to different hunting grounds.
I did say they were plowing new fields, but did any of them mention they were cutting
They did
down
not, so-
forest for it? There's plenty of plains around here, though, right?
Yes.
Like, yeah. So I don't know if you guys know how much involved it is to clear a forest, but if there's empty fields,
I'm just spitballing here. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
out. I'm just.
Well, my suggestion, maybe we go get some tents, camp out, see if we can, find some wolves maybe. Just
I
kind
do
of see
think-
what they do.
What are we gonna do when we find them? Try to talk to
I
them too.
I just was curious.
Do you speak wolf?
No, but maybe we can just watch them. I mean, we don't have to hunt them down or anything. But it just sounds like, it doesn't sound like they killed him. But there
Well,
are
they did
more and
kill
more,
him.
maybe.
But they didn't eat him.
well, maybe they killed him, right? I mean, you're the one that suggested that maybe
Yeah, yeah.
someone
Well,
framed
like-
the wolves.
Any of my ideas so far. What if somebody's driving the wolves out
Maybe,
to bring them down here to try to kill the people?
From deeper in the forest?
Yeah.
or maybe some fey power is
Maybe Rodea's trying to get rid of this
Pulling
town,
them
so
in.
they have to quit sending them supplies.
I'm sure there would be easier ways to do that.
Can I go buy some really thin metal and mold it into the form of a hat and wear it right now? Because I need a tinfoil hat on.
I'm liking the spitballs, Korgath. Actually, I'm liking.
I'm still holding out for Raccoon Wolf Turf War that he just got in the middle of. That's my
Well,
favorite.
I like that one. But there was one that you threw out that I particularly liked.
I think it's the fake claws. I think somebody's setting up the fade.
A wolf golem.
People don't like the fade.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, it's
Uh,
possible.
but
I don't. Who,
checking out their congregation at night might not be a bad idea. Just be careful. There's a lot of wolves. I don't think we want to get in a fight with a lot of wolves.
You think it could be the mayor then?
What we could do, we could let the bird sit up in the tree, and then if the wolves come, she can just fly back to town, and she can scope it out, and we will be safe back in town.
I could. Yeah.
Good.
Just don't get hurt because you don't know how to heal.
We could all sit up in trees.
Are there any trees that I could look like that are big enough to hold my big ass?
Pretty old forest. You look around, you find a pretty lively tree that you figure you could climb.
Roll for tree climbing.
That'd be athletics for you, but
Ooh,
yeah, it takes some difficulty, but you get up there.
I hate climbing. All right, now how long we got to sit up here?
Well, what time is it? It's still pretty early, right?
I'm ready.
It was, but you guys have been rooting around in the forest for quite a while. It's about 4 p.m. You wager.
Okay.
I'm in position. Did anybody bring any food?
About what time is it getting dark out these days?
Sun starts going down around 6 o'clock.
All right. Yeah, might not be. We can get up in the trees unless someone's got another idea, and just see if they show up tonight.
What do you think, little man, Rupert?
Whatever you guys agree with, I'm up for it.
Are you sick?
I don't know much about these wilderness lands. I tend to stick to the city, so this is all a new experience for me.
It's a whole new world. Well, maybe you can play a song and lure the wolves out.
I feel like I know little about wolves, but I feel like being quiet and waiting for them to approach would be best. I feel like playing a song could spook them.
Can anybody cast minor illusion?
Yep.
Like right at dusk, can you cast minor illusion to like make like a little hurt raccoon on the ground, like whimpering, like that might attract a larger predator in the area, or say a wolf,
Yeah. I mean, I could do that, yeah.
and we can maybe lure them out that way and observe them. Oh, whatever. I'm in the tree. What about 2 hours till dark in this tree? God.
Is there any magic in the forest?
You could cast a detect magic.
Well, I can't. But
Somebody
can't
could, unless nobody has detect magic.
I
I
Archie
don't
has
know.
detect magic.
just remember that's
You-
what I was doing while y'all were grave robbing.
That's true.
we
That's
weren't
true.
robbing graves. You don't know what we were doing.
I don't remember this.
I don't either. I don't know what you're talking about. I
You
got stabbed.
I'll have to go back through my speech later tonight before you guys.
Whatever.
I mean, this is all recorded. You can go on YouTube and watch yourselves, but
Yeah, she doesn't know what we were doing. I mean, I
Uh,
remember robbing graves, but she wasn't there. Investigate.
so you
I
send out
saw 'em dug up.
Whatever.
you send out your magical ping that goes out through the forest. It's not hitting anything. You're not sensing any kind of concentration of magic.
Well, that's no.
Oh.
None of that. I mean, there's nothing around here.
Well, maybe, Hmm. I'm out of ideas.
We're gonna wait till dark.
Yeah, I guess we will.
Guess I'll climb a tree. Or I will try. Yeah.
I take
Snakes
that.
are not made for climbing.
You start slithering your way up the tree, Nag. You kind of hit a dead patch and stumble back.
Can I link? Are you trying to climb the same tree I'm in, friend?
If there's an extra spot, sure.
You can aid him if you want, Korgoth.
I'll aid him in climbing the tree.
Casting your bird-like eyes around, Miss Archimedes, you see just the faintest magical glow coming from Korgoth's necklace. It's so faint that you don't think it has any active magical power. It's more like it was magical some time ago but has faded. It's-
Korgat,
Hmm.
question for you. Where did you get the necklace?
I've had it my whole life. Since I was a kid, I don't know where it came from. I just know it's been with me since I was a little one.
Oh. Has anyone ever told you it's magic?
No, just looks like a bear claw to me.
I mean, at least it used to be.
Hmm.
I don't imagine it would do anything right now, but it used to be.
Okay.
It's really old. Can I look at it?
Can you look at it without touching it?
I'm gonna get uncomfortably close.
As long as you don't try to touch it or
doing
take it off of
really
my.
creepy bird like eyeball thing at it.
As long as you don't try to take it off my neck or touch it, we're cool.
Well, can you like take it off and just kind of hold it up, and so I can like walk around it? I mean, I don't have to touch it, but
You're not gonna
it'll
take it.
just be no. Look how big I am! You would destroy me. I mean, I guess I could fly off and just kind of laugh at you the whole time. No, no, yeah. No, I'm
What?
okay
Huh?
with it.
Hmm? Flying off and laugh? What? I'm
That's not the
devil.
point.
I'll take it off and like wrap it all the way around my hand just so where I'm like right at the claw itself. There's no dangle to it.
Um,
And I'll hold it down and let her look at it.
so this is something you would have noticed back in the graveyard when you cast Detect Magic, but I neglected to think about it. So we're doing it
I
now.
probably wasn't paying attention to him, honestly.
Yeah.
I was in the
Um,
catacombs.
You can
Yeah, I don't think
determine...
actually. They all kind of ran off and left me all myself.
That's true. That's very true. You can determine that whatever used to be on this necklace was of the enchantment school. It is definitely 100% arcane and 0% draconic in its magic type. You can't tell anything more beyond just how old it is. It's probably more than a century old. Other than that,
Is it actually a bear claw?
it is an actual bear claw. It is from an actual bear. Yes.
This is fucking ancient, sir.
Hmm.
Like, really, really old. I'm surprised it hasn't broken yet. Is Haneke like locked in a cage?
Oh no!
Dory.
Quiet, Leah! I told them you were in Philly.
Panicky can't climb it. Panicy's bad because she can't climb a tree.
Hey, man, DJ, whatever you're into, man, it's okay.
I think that's Dory the Explorer.
It is
Oh.
Dory.
I
What does
mean,
it matter?
I don't know much about it other than it's just always been around my neck.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Okay, good opportunity for me to go pee then. BRB.
That's all I know. And I should have peed before I climbed this tree. Be right back.
I'm back.
I'm back.
Mommy was upstairs, and Dory didn't have anybody to snuggle with.
Oh, so mean, leaving her all by herself.
Yeah.
Poor baby. Are you done looking at my bear claw?
Yeah, I was just curious.
Hmm,
Who gave it to you?
I don't know.
You just had it? Were you born with it?
I've had it as long as I can remember, but I don't remember who gave it to me.
How odd. But no, nothing else in this forest.
Okay.
But it's from a bear, if that counts. It's not fake.
I knew it wasn't fake. Killed my fair share of birds in my day.
I mean, it's just nice to know it's not, you know? Sometimes people can make really good knockoffs.
So you're saying it was from a magical bear?
Maybe, or it was taken off a bear and it was magical. Someone made it magical. It was enchanted somehow.
My head just exploded again for the second time today. No, that's all I've got. So I
Then we
don't
do
know.
it. So are we gonna stay in this forest? Yes.
Well, we climb these dang on trees. I imagine so.
I mean, I didn't think we had to climb them and sit up in them for 2 hours.
I don't climb trees. I climbed it out of spite. Like, fine.
Okay.
That running water is not going to help me sitting in a tree, though. I gotta pee.
Is that the final decision? Camp it out?
Sounds like
I
it.
believe
Are we gonna
so.
stay here all night, or do we want to just kind of watch and then leave?
Well, I mean, if the wolves are underneath us, we can't just get down and leave till they're gone.
I mean, y'all can sleep if you want.
Oh, we don't even know where the wolves are gonna be, though. That's the
Let's
hard
just
part.
wait and see what happens.
Unless we wait, and then wait and see if we can hear them.
I mean, wolves
Kind of go
howl.
from there.
I mean, we can always get down from the trees.
What the
Just
snakes?
might
Did
be
the snakes say
safer.
the wolves were loud or quiet?
They seem to make a bit of ruckus.
Maybe if there's several of them, it might be better to be in the tree.
Yeah, sounds like there could be a lot.
I don't want to be on the ground and 16 wolves show up, 25,000 wolves show up.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, I'm already up here. I'm staying.
What are you looking at, you asshole? Sorry.
That wasn't very nice. I'm looking at my bear
Okay.
claw now that I know it's a magical claw. I'm really perplexed at why I'm wearing a magical bear claw around my neck.
Yeah, Calypso was like right up in my face and staring at me. Okay. So, you guys perch upon your lofty positions in the trees. And you wait out the hours. See the sun starting to set in about 2 hours when 6 o'clock rolls around.
There, I'm in my tree.
7, 8 o'clock rolls around. The sun's all but disappeared. Night descends upon the forest. The sounds of wildlife change. Those nocturnal creatures becoming more active, and those creatures that stay in the daylight becoming less active. The bird chirps quiet down, except for the owls. 9 o'clock rolls around. 10 o'clock rolls around. 11 o'clock rolls around. Midnight rolls around.
I know. What time do these wolves show up?
No,
I'm gonna howl.
I don't think you
I'm gonna do
said.
my
I
best
can.
howling
Do you want me? Do you want me to make the illusionary noise?
Raccoon?
Yeah, make
Raccoon?
the. Yeah, we were gonna do that right at dark. What happened?
You said this forest is pretty dense, right?
Yes.
You make your little illusion raccoon.
Yeah, I'll make it like a pretty loud like raccoon.
And I'm gonna
dying
cut
noise.
my hands around my mouth and howl like a wolf.
I mean, I can make that noise too. if you
Well,
would like.
I'm doing it.
All right. I make the dying raccoon noise. It says it can go from volume whisper to scream, so louder end.
So
And then
a
I'm gonna-
loud, dying raccoon
Yeah.
and a wolf howl from Korgath. Do performance, Mr. Korgath.
Here goes nothing. Ooh.
Oh god.
That'll get him for sure, guys.
Oh dear.
They might think a wolf is dying too.
Okay.
They'll think the raccoons are killing the wolf and they'll come running.
Alright, so you just made that sound. So let me do some stuff. So be right back.
So did you guys get any loots last week while I was gone?
No, we didn't find
No.
any. We fought 2 birds, like vulture, condor type birds, rock things.
While I'm fixing this up, I strongly hinted that y'all should be on horses to get over here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard
Uh,
about the horse situation.
The conservation of money instinct kicked in though. So to save the gold, you decided to walk it, and the journey got pretty miserable. Exhaustion levels were had as you slept out in the rain because you neglected. You got food, but you didn't buy a tent or any kind of shelter. So that was an issue each night. And you met a traveling missionary who gave you a very nice story of creation from the Drangleth religion. And then you got attacked by a couple of giant birds that were rocks. And Rupert got pretty scratched up from that.
I do believe we kind of avoided the missionary.
You tried to. Yeah, that's right. You did successfully avoid the missionary.
I was ready to hear his
We were
story.
doing the whole like, oh no, we have to go. You know,
Yeah.
so- like we'll take the pamphlet, but
I was like, yeah, they'll sit down and listen to a Jehovah's Witness. That's something this party will do. And then that didn't happen. But they got the story anyway because Korgath got a book, and then I had Nag read it to him because I figured he would do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Do that.
Guys, I don't hear any wolves.
One sec, one sec.
I'm just talking in character right now. I'm like, I don't think this is gonna work.
like 1 second.
What? They are removing the mobile auction house on WoW? What?
Oh no. Whatever will we do?
What
No.
will I do?
You should play EVE Online, dude. It's like your game. Straight to your face.
No, it's got too much stuff in it. It's like
Just so
it needs
much.
to be more spreadsheets and less stuff.
So much spreadsheets. You can just play the market.
All right.
I use the mobile auction house every day, pretty much.
Let's do perception checks from everybody.
+4 on my perception check.
Hmm.
Ooh, that's lower than my passive. I don't know. Whatever.
You can take your passive.
Sure. Passive is 17.
I've got that memorized.
Great.
Baseline is like 17 for the entire party, as long as Nag's like here. But this is pretty far away, so
I'm sorry.
Rupert,
Oh.
you hear off in the distance. You sort of hear a strange sound. It's a woodland sound. You hear wolves. They didn't come here. But you can tell where they're coming from.
Where are they coming? Like,
Oh.
is it?
It is northeast, deeper into the forest.
Silence, friends. I believe I hear some wolf noises. To the northeast. Do you hear that?
Can
Anyone?
I kind of go up a little bit where I was hiding and kind of go above the tree? And kind of float up a little bit and kind of see what I can tell.
You get above the trees, the canopy blocks your sight lines down to the forest floor.
But there's just nothing, like nothing weird, nothing like light or anything like that.
No, you're not seeing anything out of the ordinary.
Okay, I'll go back then. Nothing.
They seem to be
nothing
far
crazy.
away, or
Perhaps we should send our speedy fellow here. Under the guise of invisibility.
think we should
I don't know.
follow behind him, though.
Probably, because I
Probably
don't know.
shouldn't
Wolves
limit
got pretty good noses. I can still smell him.
He does.
That's not very nice. Mr. Smiley's not that smelly.
Actually, he is.
Is he
He
asleep?
smells pretty bad most of the time.
Oh,
Wake up, Wake
I
up.
mean, good or bad, we all smell. Little wolf.
Yes, but he smells very bad.
Mr. Smiley?
I think he's.
Arr.
Oh, I was muted. I've been talking this whole time.
Wake up, Mr. Smiley! You're talking in your sleep again.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Well, yeah, I didn't think I'd fall asleep on a log, but I did. What can I do for you?
Your friend here volunteered you to stealth up and check on these wolf noises he heard off in the northeast.
Oh, all right. I can do that, I guess. Sure.
How
I
far-
cast invisibility on you.
Oh, thanks. I'll, how high up in the tree am I?
You're like halfway up.
I'll drop down if I can, and then
Yeah. I guess
sprint
we
off.
should probably all get down. We don't want to be too far behind.
I think we should probably all follow and then send him in.
Yeah.
Do we have a code word? For like the shit's hitting the fan, we need to help you ASAP.
Here's a good question. If I perch my little sentinel snake on his shoulder, would it disappear or would it not disappear?
Sorry, what was that question?
My little sentinel snake that sits on my shoulder, if I put it on his shoulder, would it disappear or would it not disappear?
It's not an object, it is a creature, so it would not.
Okay. I will still have it fly near. I won't be able to see. I will have it. Damn.
Mr. Smiley, can you see in the dark?
Yar.
Yeah.
So if it gets bad and you need help,
I will
follow.
have the snake fly about 75 feet in front of the group, which is roughly-ish where I assume Smiley will try and be.
jeez,
I could stay by the snake if that'd be easier.
Or that, yeah.
maybe just about
Don't stay like right next to it, but
maybe be about 60 feet out in front of us.
sure.
That way we can get to you quickly if we
Sure.
need to.
Sure. And I'm gonna have my snake fly, I don't know, low where it's super heavy dense. I don't know, so that Smiley can hopefully see it.
What's our code word gonna be for like come running?
Uh,
Well, I'll be able to see through the snake's eyes, so
I've asked.
Okay.
fast. Right.
All right.
But I'm gonna need Korgath to I don't know, guide me because I won't be able to see through my own eyes.
I carried you through the mud last time. Now I'm about to carry you through the. We are not making a.
Pack mule.
We are not making a thing for you just to ride around on my back.
Poor guy,
Let's
you
go.
could totally get a second job as a pack mule.
Yeah.
Hey, quit
Are
it.
you saying I look like a mule?
No, you're just really good at carrying things.
So I could be a
Just an
pack.
observation.
I could be a pack half orc.
A pack orc.
I'm not an orc though. I'm a half orc.
Start your own business.
I'm a half orc though, not an orc.
Well, I mean,
A pork.
No, not that either.
Orc.
I would drop
Pork.
it.
Better.
All right, let's go.
You know, Jack, you could be his business partner.
I'm
Brains in the brawn.
I'm gonna start getting very unquiet in a minute.
Alright.
Okay. All right. So yeah, about 60 feet in front of us, I'll fly the snake. Smiley's gonna try and stay near the snake. Ish.
So Snake and Smiley, moving on up ahead. Move towards where Rupert pointed out he heard the sounds to the northeast. It's slow going. Make your way through the dense forest floor. You get closer, you start hearing more activity. You hear sort of rapid panting. You hear wolves, multiple wolves. You have dark vision, don't you, Smiley? Half elves have dark vision. Everybody has dark vision, except for like humans
Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah.
And birds.
and
And
birds.
birds.
which makes no sense, but alright.
Yeah, that's weird. Whatever.
They can't
Okay.
have too many things.
You look out. You see 5 wolves, all circling and clustered around something on the ground.
5. Circles around something. Ground.
Can I get closer to see what it is?
Sure. You being stealthy about that?
I am being as loud as I can. No, I'll stealth.
Stealth.
Out.
Oh no!
You're invisible, at least.
No.
You're invisible, but you know,
Still make-
woodland creatures and that whole sense of hearing thing. Yeah. All of the wolves' ears kind of perk up and look over in the direction that the sound came from, and they take a defensive formation and kind of
I
back up
will-
from the figure.
when they like do that, I will have the snake kind of like fly through some twigs and then dart out where it can see it and then fly up.
Okay. Upon the sudden sound from the snake and the quick appearance of a snake and disappearance of a snake as it flies up, the wolves get spooked
Damn it!
and run back into the
That's
forest.
a little snake. That's a little.
That's
I
fine.
approach whatever they were
That's fine.
circling.
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
We didn't fight the wolves.
You go up to what they were circling?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a dead body.
Guys,
I will. I'll have my
It's
snake
good. Riley has
kind of
to call out the
be above
bad
it,
target.
keeping an eye out.
avast! Avast!
We'll move up. There's a.
We gotta go! Autobots, roll out!
So the half-orc comes charging through the underbrush, axe in hand.
Where are they? What are we gonna kill? What do we gotta do?
Did he drop the snake?
Yeah, that's a
Alright.
dead body. So, this figure on the ground, you don't know him, but you have seen him in the village. You don't know his name, you never learned his name, but it's a village member. You see giant gash marks on his chest from where a bunch of the wolves were clawing all over his chest. Curiously, you see a couple of pieces of cut up raw meat on his chest. Make a medicine check on him in general.
I aid somebody.
Does anyone have medicine? Is it anyone
There
got
we
it?
go.
Like, is it
Archie's
okay?
got it trained.
Great.
Whew.
This man's legs are broken.
What the hell?
Is he alive?
No, he's dead.
So it
Someone
looks
had
like
to
someone
put him
planted
out
this
here.
here. Yeah.
His legs and his spine broken.
And there's
Is it-
Oh.
pieces of meat on him.
Is the meat on him fresh?
Yes.
Can I pick it up and try to tell what kind of meat it is? Like sniff it, see what it is?
Seems like beef.
Hmm. Someone's using a cow to bait in some wolves to
Is
make
it like a
type of wolves.
ton of beef, or like I could have gone to the store and bought this?
You could have gone to the store and bought this.
It looks pretty
It's a-
fresh.
It's pretty fresh. It's a small amount of meat.
So someone obviously murdered this fellow and then put meat on him to attract wild animals to make it look like it was the wild animals doing,
That's what it appears to be.
So how big is the town? Like how many people ish?
It was the raccoons. They did it. That raccoon had meat on him earlier.
Population's about 105.
Okay. How many
But
people sell beef?
You don't.
Do we know that?
There
We
aren't
don't
any
know.
merchants. There aren't any merchants. You haven't found any kind of
Oh.
traditional shops. Everybody's
Farm?
sort of a subsistence farmer.
The place we stayed at, though, that guy had cows. He did it.
Does it seem like do like a number of people have cows, or is there like one or two people that own cows and that's it, or is it kind of like a lot of people own them?
A lot of people have just small amounts of livestock. A lot of people have small subsistence farms going on. You gathered that everybody kind of takes care of each other in terms of what they need for nutrition.
Okay.
So it's a couple of people have access to cows, yes.
And there's like meat storage. Like that's pretty like what I would expect for a fantasy fair of this period, right? Or is there
Yes. there'll be-
refrigerators? Okay.
No, there's not refrigerators. It's
So like
Let's
some
go.
salting.
yes,
So
salting, spice preserving, and this
Okay,
is
Somebody's
And there's a-
doing
does this meat
Wow.
seem salted?
yes.
Yeah. So, okay. So not
So it's
super
pure.
fresh. So yeah, it's like could be a few days. I don't know how long salt shit lasts.
Can I nibble on it and see if it tastes good? Not the
raw.
dead dude.
Bro, I was gonna say, like, bro, it's like attached to like a dead dude.
He said it was salt. If it's salted and cured, how's it raw?
You're violating like 20 health codes.
I didn't say it was cured. I said it was salted.
It's probably still good.
Does it taste like
I
fresh?
would recommend not.
It tastes fresh. It tastes like it's. It tastes like it's fit for human consumption if it were cooked.
Like, this is pretty fresh. If we cooked it, we could probably eat it.
How can you tell how long ago it was salted?
Hmm.
Anyone proficient in cooking? I don't know. Like, I
Uh,
don't know that in real life, so I don't know.
The meat itself is, it's fresh meat. It's like it came from the preserving bin.
Somebody's killed a cow and is murdering these people to frame somebody in this town. Now, I don't know if it's the raccoons or somebody in the town, but somebody's doing it.
I do have a theory, and this leans back to what you were thinking, big man.
Oh,
Perhaps they are setting these wolves up to make it appear to cause the rumors about Zephyr. So if we found the person who started these rumors, maybe we should investigate them.
Not a bad idea.
so we should go back.
Obviously,
town
we
for-
shouldn't put all of our eggs in one basket, but perhaps he was onto something.
It is a possibility, yeah.
Or knows other people that are also unhappy with Zephyr's presence.
So, if the wolves didn't kill this guy, how did he die?
Well, his spine is broken. His legs are broken.
That's how did he break his spine?
Can I tell how he
Uh,
broken his spine, or
yeah,
like
with that-
someone like bent him in half?
With that medicine roll, you figure that this kind of trauma happened from a very long fall.
Somebody
Is there
pushed
any
him off the
cliffs
wall.
around
Like off
here?
of the wall, you think?
Like,
Dunno.
is there any cliff around here or no?
There's a big wall he could have
Oh, yeah.
fallen
Yeah,
off.
there's a
Oh,
wall.
it's
Everybody,
in the forest.
In the
Everybody
forest, no.
work- but everybody works up at that fucking wall. So maybe somebody worked late and somebody else pushed them off of it, killed their ass, and drug them out here.
But question, did we find any strange wounds on Gareth? Or was he all cut up? Like, were any of his bones broken?
We didn't look.
You weren't investigating
I did
wounds that
medicine
weren't from the.
check on him.
You did, but you didn't.
I don't remember what it was.
You weren't looking for any wounds that weren't from the claw marks.
We were comparing claw mark.
Well, could we
Let's-
go back and look at him again?
We could go back and ask
Sounds
the
like
dog.
we need to.
We should probably take this one with us.
Good, yeah.
I'm just sighing because I know what's coming.
No need to get yourself all gross. I'll cast Unseen Servant and have the Unseen Servant carry him. I think how much can it carry? That might be too much.
We got to get a bag of holding.
I think that might be too heavy for it.
I don't even know what bag of holding would
It has
be.
a strength
Yeah,
of 2. So
I'll
probably
carry him.
walk back into town, just pull out a body out of our bag of holding. Look what we found. I don't know if that would go over well.
Well, we would pull it out before we got to town, like 10 foot out, like 20 foot out of town. Pull the body out of the bag if nobody's looking, and then carry it the rest of the way. fuck it up.
Can I'm gonna grab like one of the like kind of like rolls that I have out of my pack, like a bedroll basically, and I'm gonna kind of wrap him up.
Pick up some of that meat too that was on him.
Well, I'm not gonna like pick it off of him and leave it.
Yeah, I
on
was
the
just
ground.
gonna leave it on him.
I'm just gonna wrap it like all together, and maybe like kind of tie it so we can kind of carry it.
Okay.
That may help keep it from having too much of a mess, and then we can bring them back and kind of show. I mean, who do we even talk to about this? Who would know?
Go
The
talk to
doctor,
Zephyr.
maybe? Or
Well, I mean, someone important who may want to know. I don't just want to take it to anyone.
Let's go talk to Zephyr. Because you don't
That's a
know, we
good
don't
idea.
know who's framing.
That is a good idea.
Let's go talk to Zephyr.
Okay.
Unless she's framing herself?
Dun dun dun.
Should we wait until the morning?
We're in the Twilight Zone.
or maybe she killed them and is trying to blame it on the wolves, and that backfired with the rumors.
Let's just go kill everybody in the town and cover all our bases.
And
we'll
we're
be
playing
good.
an evil campaign.
And we'll be good.
Dude,
Everybody-
like, you'd be so happy.
Chaotic neutral.
Everybody.
Someone
down.
here is a problem, and the best solution is that I kill all of you.
I'm gonna start killing people till somebody confesses. Let's go. First up, roll a d20. Whatever I roll, you're up. All right, fuck it. Let's take the dead body to Zephyr and Rick's house.
Okay.
Or we're just gonna stroll up at well, we might as well.
I mean, do we want to just sleep out here? I mean, it seems like we scared the wolves off, and it's getting pretty late. Do we just want to sleep here tonight and then get up in the morning and go back into town, or do we want to go back tonight?
How far
Yeah,
are we
we
from the town?
I don't know. A ways.
Are there any foot tracks near the body? Like for ones that maybe dropped off the body?
You're gonna have to do a survival for that one.
Such a good idea.
Are you looking for tracks again? You didn't have much luck
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah, but this
want
one's
some-
fresh. These are
You want
fresh.
some help?
Mhm.
Sure.
I'll help him.
Okay, roll again.
I didn't even look,
Destiny.
I didn't even look at what you rolled. I was turned around. Wow.
You see, there is one spot of mud where you see a human boot
Aha!
footprint.
What?
However,
Is it Corvus?
no, it's not Gorgeth's. You
I'm not a human. I'm a half-orc, okay? We've talked about this.
yeah, you gaze upon your party. You figure doesn't match up with you, obviously. Doesn't match up with the bird. It's a Talon. Closest match could be Tom, but Tom didn't come from this direction. By Tom, I mean Smiley. So, it's a
Does
human.
it look?
It's a human
There's a-
blueprint. Doesn't match up with the boots of the corpse that you're carrying. However, that's the only one you can see because the rest is grassy.
Hmm.
Can we take it with us?
Does anybody have any
what?
paper? Does anybody have any paper and a pencil or anything that can write?
Or
anything?
cold. I want to make it really cold. Freeze the mud.
I just blow on it. No,
Oh wait,
it's all
I know. I got it. I'm gonna study the boot really good, and then next to it, I want to use minor illusion to make that boot.
Well, could you draw it in your book?
I will try and do that.
A rough general shape
Hmm.
with our criticism behind you.
Guys, I'm carrying a dead body. Can we hurry up?
I think you can
put
put
it
it down.
for now, yeah.
I've already picked it up. If I set it down, I'll have to pick it back up. Seems like more
We can
work.
help you get back up.
Milo
didn't
complains about having a footprint drawn in it. Oh, I can smell it.
What's it smell like?
Ugh, smells like old and rural. There.
Well, you did sleep in a barn last night, so yeah, we're pretty rural.
Yes.
The rural juror.
I'm not falling for that one, Nag. Book goes quiet, stops its complaining.
Is that all he does? Is complain? Is he ever in a good mood?
I mean, if I tore out some bits of you, would you be in a good mood?
I've had plenty of bits tore out of me. Do I look like I'm in a good mood right now?
Yeah, but you regrew them.
Not all of them. There's some indentions. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Just remember that.
Okay.
Are we ready to go? I'm still holding this dead body.
You get a pretty okay representation of the boot print.
Okay. I want to know the length.
The length?
Yeah, the dimensions. Like that's important. You know, is this a size 12 boot? I mean, I know I can't be like this is a size 12 boot, but I can be like this is as long as this stick.
You have like one of them little tools in your adventuring kit that you can get out and measure it like at Shoe Carnival?
I got a dungeon. I don't know. I find take a length of rope and cut it the length of the boot or something, or a twig or something.
Oh, do we have any rope?
Of course
Yeah.
we have rope.
I just used part of it to wrap up the body.
Can I get like 2 sticks? I'll set the body down. I have an idea. Can I get like 2 sticks and like fashion one as the length of the footprint and one as the width of the footprint, and then gently outline the footprint with the rope and tie it in a knot
Okay.
to get like a representation of the footprint?
You do all of that. You gain the dimensions of the boot. Trying to Google. Okay. So you're looking at a width of about 3.5 inches.
What's an inch?
Oh, we're in the United States.
It's always been on Imperial. Come on. You're looking at a foot length of 9 2/3 inches.
I see they measure in freedom in here.
We've been working in miles
Yeah.
and feet this entire campaign, and if you look at the DMG, all of the published Wizards material since AD&D, even it's been Imperial.
Oh, if we can't give the DM a little fun every once in a while, don't kill us on the way back. A beholder appears. It was me all along.
You're gonna trigger the DM because you all fucking live in the United States. The DM lives in the United States. This is published in the United States. We're
But
on
Tom's
Imperial,
from Canada.
and this is Speria, and they use Imperial because I say they use Imperial.
Of all the things that triggers the DM, it's inches. I will.
They're freedom units.
And they use Fahrenheit too, for that
Yeah, we
matter.
use freedom units, motherfucker.
Freedom units.
I don't use Fahrenheit very well.
After I do that, I'm gonna carefully just pick it up and hand it to Nag because I don't know how fucking long and wide it is. Like here, this could help.
Okay. Thank you.
And then I'll go pick the dead body back up. Are we ready now?
Yeah, you could have just told one of us to do that, and you didn't want to drop the body and then pick it back up. You know?
I probably could have done it while I was holding the body, but whatever. He's not that heavy. You want to carry him?
No, I'm good. He's bigger than me.
Tiny people group.
Well, I'm a bird.
How far from Rick and Zephyrs are we?
Not very far.
Yeah, let's head on back.
You figure your way out there. You're about a mile.
Oh,
I
okay.
think we've had enough nights without sleeping bags. Perhaps we should head back and have a nice warm bed to sleep in.
Okay.
Yeah.
You stroll back up on the town.
Might I suggest we all we sleep in the same location, and given our prying, since this obviously appears to be not a beast that's doing this, perhaps we should have a lookout when we sleep just to make sure we're being safe and careful.
How cold is it outside? Is it like a cool evening, 50s, 60s?
Early summer, and this is Rodea, which is you're getting kind of in the warmer regions, so it's 69, like high 60s.
Celsius?
Yeah.
Fucking
Like the
Fahrenheit.
It's like the surface of the sun, Tom.
What?
69 degrees Celsius is pretty fucking warm.
That is toasty. Uncomfortably so.
Anyway, if you want to sit out on the front porch and keep guard, I'll sleep outside.
Yeah. Are we turning in the body before we sleep?
Yeah, you're holding a dead body, kinda.
Are we?
I mean, do we want to turn it in until we talk to Rick and Zephyr about what's going on?
I mean, they're
It'll
there. They're at their house, sleeping.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on?
Well, should we wake them up? It's kind of important, yeah.
Hey! Hey!
Okay.
Wake up!
Whatever
Are you
he's
like
banging
knocking on the
on.
door with
Yeah.
the
Does-
dead body?
I've got the dead body over one shoulder, and I'm just pounding on the rage
Fucking
pounding on the door.
Rick just, like, the door just flies open. And he is in a state of undress. He's got, like, some...
Whoa!
He's
cover
got some small
yourself
clothes.
up. Whoa,
Look,
whoa.
You don't bang on someone's door like that unless someone's dead. Someone is dead.
Yeah. Why don't you go put some pants on and we'll talk about it.
Joseph.
No, I'm poor guy.
Scales, damn it. Get him in here.
Put some pants on, please.
Yeah. Come on.
Oh,
Close the door behind you.
I'm glad I'm not human. Look at that.
Goes
Teeny tiny.
goes and puts small clothes on. Comes back. Alright.
I mean, you don't want me to put him on your kitchen table.
Yes, thank you.
I mean, I can't. We wrapped him up. How did you know it was Joseph? Or did you kill him? Or are you
Just
trying to
thinking-
frame
He
Are you
just
framing your wife?
face palms.
Well, I'm not really. But we did
Intuition?
wrap. We did wrap him up. So how did he know he was Joseph?
If he was that wrapped up that he couldn't tell, okay. Well, he doesn't recognize the body then, but he does know it's a body. So
Hmm.
I think it's Joseph.
so
How do you know who it is?
I
Did
was
you
paying
kill him
attention earlier.
when you were all invisible? you kill
Yeah.
him?
No.
So
Are
he
you-
comes
are you-
back with his clothes on. He's like, alright. Y'all come in here with a dead body banging on my door. I'm gonna assume it's not you that killed him. I'm gonna assume that we just found Joseph because he won at prayer tonight.
You were what?
He wasn't at prayer at the
Oh,
church where we were the other day when you were being all weird and creepy and not talking.
Well, keep a hold on of him. And
Yeah, sure. I'll just keep carrying a dead guy around. It's fun.
he unwraps him, takes a look at the face, and he exhales out of his front teeth. Yep, that's Joseph. Alright. What happened?
We found him dead with some wolves circling him and fresh cow meat on him. beef.
I think someone killed him in the screaming wolves.
Hmm.
His legs were broken and his spine is broken. Like he fell
Like he fell.
from somewhere very, very.
Ooh, excuse me. Sorry.
Did he work at the wall?
He did. He was there today.
Did Gareth work at the wall as well?
No, Gareth was too old. But Joseph did. Joseph Pike. Yeah, he was the taskmaster. He usually stays behind, so we didn't think much of it when he didn't come back with us.
You say taskmaster. My experience.
When
with-
Gareth used to work at the wall, what was his position, if I might ask?
Gareth was a mason. He made a lot of the bricks. He passed that on to Jonathan, his little one.
Has anyone died recently of unfortunate circumstances around here?
No, nothing that could be attributed to anything like, well, this.
I have
I
a.
mean, like accidental, like someone dying before their time.
There was one incident. Old Steven got bit by a poison snake, and Rodea couldn't get to us with a antivenom in time.
I'm just looking at Nag the whole time.
I'm staring back. Flick my tongue.
Did one of your friends buy him too?
That hardly seems relevant.
Do you think
Agreed.
all
We think
snakes
this was-
know each other or something?
Yeah. Okay. We have a theory, Rick.
All ears. When word gets out that Joseph is dead, this town is gonna go on lockdown, and nobody gonna be able to come or go.
We think people are setting you and your wife up to try to get you to believe.
Scales, damn it. I figured that was gonna be the case. Hell.
Or
Broke
the
his
raccoon
legs.
and the wolves are having a turf war.
What?
Yeah. You had to be there to see it.
He kind of scratches his head.
I mean, it's not a very. That one's not very strong. The second one's stronger, but we're giving up on the first one's a lot stronger, but I'm still holding out for the second one.
He kind of shakes his head.
Zephyr said something at breakfast this morning, though, that people were complaining that Fae attracted primal Fae.
Yeah, it's been
So
something I've been dealing with for quite a while. It died down for a bit, but once we had Otis, well, it started back up again, especially after Gareth died.
I
Do you
think
know
that's
who
the whole
started
thing.
it?
Do we know who started that rumor?
No, that's just been, well, they would call it common knowledge, common sense. It's just superstition. Nobody knows who started a superstition, do they?
Do you have any antisocial people in this town that don't like to be around you, that don't like you or Zephyr or Otis?
Well, old Roland Manser with his dogs, he was a crusty old shit. I don't know if he'd do this, though.
Is there
Thank you.
anybody that's jealous of your farm? Growing wheat and not working on the wall.
No, I mean, the mayor thought it was unnecessary. He thinks that we can keep the status quo forever. Of course, that ain't true, but the mayor's just dumb. He ain't mean.
Has anyone mentioned that his legs and back were broken? Yeah.
There you go, zoning out again. Yeah, we mentioned that.
Sorry.
As soon as we got here.
So
Yeah.
you say he fell from a long distance?
It seems that way.
The only thing that high up here could have been the wall. If he fell off the wall, must have happened after we left for the day.
Did anybody else stay behind after you'd left? Or did
Well,
you all leave at the same time?
we don't all usually leave at the same time. It's kind of exaggerated, or staggered. So,
Who's usually the last people to leave, other than...
well, Joseph here is always the last one to leave. As the taskmaster, he has to inspect everything that everyone's done.
Was he a pretty nice taskmaster, or was he a cruel taskmaster?
He was a good guy. A bit of a loner ever since his wife got taken by that disease. But
What does-
still a
Which
good guy.
disease?
Scale plague.
Huh!
Nasty stuff.
Whoa.
Now I regret carrying him this far.
Well,
What does it do? Does it make me turn into... Is that what you had in there?
well, he ain't had it. Seems like it
Oh.
comes from your parentage. Makes scales start appearing over your body, and then soon you just can't move, and then you can't breathe, and then you die.
Ow!
Sounds unpleasant.
Yeah, looks like his wife had it. And since his wife had it, passed on to his child suffered the same fate.
That's rough.
Yeah, he was a sad man, but he was dedicated to the wall, and he was dedicated to the village. He wasn't ever mean. He's just distant.
Are there any people here that don't approve of the wall?
Well, I'm about the strongest dissenter there is. Me and Zeb. I'm trying to get us into the 11th century. But
So new theory.
Yeah.
New theory. They're out to get your ass because you're not pro-wall.
But why would you go around killing people that were pro-wall just to get rid of someone who wasn't? They must also have an issue with the people they killed. Like, you
Or
don't just-
they just want to get rid of him.
Or they're murderers.
They're afraid
Right.
of a revolution.
Well, I'll tell you what. People are worried when Joseph wasn't at prayer. It's a small town, as I'm sure you've noticed. If he's hasn't shown up, and most especially if his body is in my house, things are going to get hairy. I have an idea. Let's go.
Why do I have to carry him now?
You can leave him here.
But you just don't want. You said you didn't want him in your house. I'm so.
Well, we're coming back. I want to go back to the wall and see if we can find where he fell from.
Do you think it's safe to leave the body here, just on the off chance someone, I don't know, stops by for tea or something?
It's like 2 in the morning.
Well, maybe, coffee?
What if we go ahead and you stay here,
Here,
or you meet us at the wall, and we'll
how
take
long
him
will
to
it
the
take
dock?
us to get to the wall?
If we move, we can get there in 20 minutes. Where we were
We
working
could-
today, where we last saw Joseph.
Bring him with us.
Ken?
I don't think carrying a body through the town up to the wall is a good idea.
I
You
can
know,
cast
I mean, it's 2 in the
invisibility on
morning.
it.
Does invisibility work on objects? Or like dead creatures? Okay, I guess
I don't know.
a
I
dead
guess it's
creature is still a creature. So
They're
it
all-
would still...
There you go.
If not,
mean,
we
I
could cast it
think
on
it's 2
Kogath,
in-
who would be a person, and it would be an object.
I mean, my thought
That's
is
true.
it's 2 in the morning. I think we're okay to leave it here.
It's
I mean, the odds of someone coming by right now and finding it, I mean, we could put it like under the table and like block it, you know? It's not
I
like
can ask-
someone's gonna come and searching your house.
you know, it's Murphy's Law.
Rick has a very pained look on his face, and he says, "We could put it in Zeb's room."
This just sounds like a terrible idea.
Why don't we just take him down to the dock, and then we'll just meet you at the wall? That way you have no affiliation with this. So if somebody's trying to set you up, you're not anywhere near it. Why do you want us to leave it here at your house if people are trying to set you up for whether you're fey or against the wall or whatever? Seems like a terrible idea to leave this body here.
Alright. Then take it with us. Or we could take it to Doc. Doc
Yeah,
would
but I don't
understand.
think
Yeah,
you
let's-
can take it with us. I think you shouldn't be nowhere around. And then we can meet you at the wall in say 30 minutes after we take it to Doc.
Alright,
That's
that's a good
an
plan.
idea.
Rick nods
God,
at you.
well, how am I the smart one here?
Rick nods at you. I'll meet you down there at the wall.
Okay. Can we like quietly leave the house, making sure nobody sees us with his dead body?
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if there's like a guard that walks around at night or whatever. I don't want to be
Oh.
seen walking out of this
There-
house with a dead body.
There is no town guard. Yeah, you get to Doc's house.
Doc!
I love the Foley artist, like the Foley effects.
Yeah, I don't know what you're banging on, but it definitely sounds like a screen door.
My computer desk with a bunch of metal on it that just vibrates when I hit it.
It's amazing.
That definitely gets Doc's attention. Door opens up. The Doc is in his small clothes, and he's like, "Oh my God!
Does nobody sleep with any clothes on around here? What the heck?
Somebody doesn't bang on the door like that in the middle of the night unless somebody has died.
I'm just
Oh my
gonna
God!
hold
Somebody
it.
has died."
Yeah, yeah.
Is it like a standard greeting?
What do you mean? We haven't heard that before. What are you talking about?
Get in here! Get in here! He says.
We found this fella. We don't know his name, but we found him tonight in the woods.
Joseph. That's
Yeah.
Joseph. It's all right.
I looked at him. It looks like his legs are broken. Did we notice that with the other gentleman?
No, no,
Or
no, no.
did you
Here,
think his legs were broken?
come down here. He motions for you to bring the body down to the basement. So he doesn't have enough operating tables for both Gareth and Joseph. So one of them goes on the floor, and he props Joseph up on the table. He
I'll lay him down nicely. I'm not gonna just fling him down in a second.
he scratches his head. Okay, first off, who knows about this?
Just us.
You and us.
Hmm.
Did you? Why?
Well, obviously I'm gonna have to tell everybody that Joseph is dead. Especially when he wasn't at prayer. People are already on edge. Quentin's gonna come knocking.
Who's Quentin?
The mayor.
Mm.
I see some chat messages. Right. Well, you're... Sorry, what was that, Archie?
I was gonna say, I don't know if you noticed in your medical knowledge, but that is beef attached to him.
So it would seem. So he finishes
He's,
unfurling the body. He's like, yes, you're correct. Extreme
He wa-
fractures in the legs and up the spine. Like he fell from a great distance.
Bingo.
With beef attached.
That's what I thought.
I think someone attached the beef after the fall
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
to attract the
Took
wolves.
wolves that we saw to leave the claw marks on him to try to cover up the fact that he fell.
You know, that clears a lot up.
Yeah.
I was confused.
You just worry about that stuff.
Huh. And then all these claw marks. Well, like the wolves we saw on Gareth.
It is our belief that the wolves did not kill this fellow.
These lacerations are very fresh. There's still some blood coming out.
That they were just trying to get the meat off of the body. Mhm.
Interesting. And then
You don't work at the wall though, right? You're never there. You don't ever
No.
go out there unless somebody gets hurt.
I am exempt from going to the wall. I must serve the village.
So you never go out there just to look around. You just chill at town.
Well, I treat, field injuries when somebody drops something on their foot.
Like a body?
Oh, too.
Then he looks over at the corpse of Gareth, and he's like, so maybe it wasn't the wolves that killed Gareth. Did you find anything else?
A dagger.
There was
and
a
knife.
boot print.
A dagger and a boot print? Tell me
Well,
more about,
the
tell me more about the dagger.
We
was
think it
in-
was Gareth's dagger. You have it, don't you?
yeah, I pulled it out. It was in the river, just a little ways from where his body was found. Where
Oh,
Gareth's
Gareth, not
body,
Joseph.
yeah, was
This-
found.
this is Gareth's, all right. Picks up Gareth's knife sheath and sticks it in, and it's a perfect fit. Gareth's dagger.
Do like the depth and style and type of claw marks on Joseph match those that were on Gareth? Like the
Yes.
same kind of like they were. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, looks like the wolves were trying to get meat off of Gareth too. Claw
Doc looks at Archie, and he says, "Can you help me look through Gareth here?"
Yeah.
The doc takes a very careful look at Gareth with his knowledge of medicine at advantage.
Oh, that's hurt.
Well,
no, you were assisting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hang on, I'll give you my powers of assist.
I.
He looks through, and he's holding Gareth's knife, and then he finds one little cut on the chest, and then puts the tip of the knife in, and puts it in a little more, and it matches up perfectly. This cut right here, this was a puncture wound from this very knife. This man was stabbed by his own knife.
Huh. A murder most foul.
And then they threw it in the river to get rid of it.
Did Gareth have any enemies?
Oh, Gareth didn't have any enemies, and how could Joseph have any enemies? He didn't talk to anybody after the Scale Plague took his wife and son.
Oh, the scale plague. That
What does
sounds
that do?
bad.
Ugh!
It's a genetic disorder.
No, scale plague! Oh god!
It's a genetic disorder, passed on from generation to generation, although it comes out at random times and seems to hide and skip generations and then rear itself again. Joseph got as unlucky as he possibly could. It didn't manifest in his wife until after he had married her and had his son. It took her first. He thought that his son would be fine, but then it showed up in his son. It was tragic. Not even the most advanced central of doctors could cure the Scale Plague. He became very withdrawn and sullen after that. He still dedicated himself to bulwark and the wall, but it seemed like he was just going through the motions. I don't know how he could have gained any enemies.
Okay, well, it's getting late and we should probably get to bed. We're just gonna leave this body here.
Right. I think what I'll do is I will... I
You
have to-
inform the proper authorities.
Well, that would be Quentin.
Okay.
I'll have to tell Quentin about this, and I'll have to tell him the truth. I'll have to tell him that you brought him to my lab.
Yeah, that's what we did. Brought him straight to you when we found him because you're the doctor.
Question: do you trust Quentin?
I trust
Which
him.
is a good
He's
person.
mean sometimes. He's a bit dumb sometimes. He's a stick in the mud. But he does earnestly have Bulwark's goodwill in his heart. He just doesn't have a good attitude about it. He doesn't like change.
Can I tell if the
This-
doc is being really trustworthy right now? We're just trying to cover his tracks or anything.
Yeah, you can always roll insight on what NPCs say.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll insight on doc and just see if I.
That's what I was just thinking, actually.
You get the sense. Oh yeah, yeah, you absolutely get the sense that he's being earnest with you.
You
Yeah.
say he's a man that has the best interests of Bulwark in mind. Do you think he could let his own opinions cloud that goal? Like, it's very difficult to say. What is his opinion on outsiders in general and fey creatures?
He doesn't like it. I can tell that. He has gotten better since Zephyr showed up. His initial reaction when Zephyr showed up and Rick proposed to her especially was one of fear, but he could see how happy she made Rick. He could see that she posed no threat. He eventually seemed to get over it, although he still held on to some of those old prejudices, some of those old superstitions that have always been attached to the Fae. Same as a lot of the other townsfolk, if you ask me.
Anyone in particular that's overly vocal in their opposition to Zephyr's presence?
Well, old man Manser, he was a bit of an asshole about it, but again, just an asshole, but not with malintent. Not with murder on his mind, I should say.
Somebody's killing these people and trying to frame some people. So we best be finding out who it is. Or more people are going to die.
Yeah.
Maybe we're not getting the full picture. Maybe there's still some pieces left.
Maybe
No, I'm pretty sure we picked up all his pieces when we left the woods.
You know what, guys? I think fresh air sounds really good. Is the wall really pretty at this time of night?
I'm ready to go to sleep.
I think we should go to the wall. It'll be fine. It'll be nice.
Yeah.
It's a moon
I could use
outside.
a walk. Dealing with
You
this
don't
poor
know
man's
this
fate has been
Do I have to-
trying. A nice fresh air walk would be great.
Do I have to carry anybody?
I'll take a carry.
No, I'm not carrying you. I'm done carrying people for the day.
I think we should all carry Joseph.
Y'all
with us.
carry me.
You can leave.
Figuratively.
You can leave Joseph with me.
We're leaving the Joseph.
I
Yeah, we're
said
not.
figuratively.
Carry
in our
Joseph
hearts.
in our hearts? Arr.
Let's go. Sorry, Doc, for knocking so loud. It's just, dead body, middle of the night. Didn't know what to do with it. You're the doctor.
I understand. I'll apprise Quentin of the situation while you're at the wall.
Maybe don't apprise him until we get back from the wall.
He looks at you
Better to-
solemnly for a few moments, and then he
Maybe
nods.
let us just go investigate the wall, and then we can come back just in case we find. Does Quentin? Does he like the wall? Is he pretty pro wall?
Yes.
The wall's the best thing.
Yes. That's what he
Yeah, let
knows. It's what he's passed on to his son, Anton.
Yeah, let us just go. How old's Anton?
Anton is 20.
So old enough to kill a man. Is he a pretty smart man? Is he a pretty smart lad?
Anton's... I mean, he's like any other 20-year-old. He thinks he knows everything.
Does he like Rick and Zephyr's new ambition of becoming self-sustaining through farming and not depending on the wall and the deliveries?
I mean,
What's old Anton think of that?
he takes after his father. Quentin is, of course, grooming him to be the next mayor.
Mayors aren't elected.
Well, we don't really have that advanced of a social structure social hierarchy here, I should say. So yes, it's whoever seems up to the task, and for a couple generations it's been the Freed family.
Okay. Thank you, Doc.
Of course.
We'll leave you. We'll let you get back to sleep now. Yeah. Freaking Kennedy's up there.
Oh, I
I
don't
was
think
gonna
I'll be
say-
getting any sleep tonight, my friend.
Okay, well we're gonna take a midnight stroll to clear our minds,
Alright.
and we will talk to you after we visited the wall. First, we'll talk to you first thing in the morning, and then we can inform Quentin and Anton.
Alright.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. See you, Doc. Once we leave and we get outside, I'm gonna be like, yeah, if he tells his ass before we get back, we'll know he's working with the bad guys. But I've got
I mean, he doesn't seem that, evil or anything.
theory number 437 from Korgot today. Anton is paying the raccoons to kill people
Solid.
and plant the meat on them to attract the wolves. But for real, maybe it's Anton. Maybe he's young. They said Quentin wasn't real smart, but maybe Anton's like, yeah, if I'm going to be mayor of this town and these fools are over here trying to get us away from working for the wall, maybe they won't want me to
Murder
be the
everyone?
maybe they won't want me to be the mayor. So he's trying to run them out of town with the whole primal faith thing, turn the people against them, kill a few people to get the majority of the people on your side. I mean,
I don't know how well being a murder hobo helps this cause.
well, he's trying to pin it on Zephyr. Fae attract primal Fae.
Aye.
I mean, I'm really shooting above my pay grade right now, guys. I need you to work with me. I mean, somebody is trying to get Zephyr and Rick out of town, whether it's because they're trying to get this town away from working at the wall, or whether it's because they just don't like the Fae. Somebody's trying to run Rick and Zephyr out of town. Anyway, we'll go to the wall.
Yes.
Yeah, that may have
Question:
been
Were
an
the wolf that got killed, was that considered primal fae, or was that just a
No,
regular old wolf?
That was just a regular old wolf.
Well, I would like to interject something. Nobody's found an actual primal fae just yet, so we can't be for sure that they're targeting Zephyr.
Do these
Might just be
people
trying
know?
to
I mean,
pass
they
off
try to
blame on
look
these
like-
dead bodies.
Exactly. They might just be killing for another reason. That's why I was asking about maybe strange deaths that occurred. Perhaps somebody's trying to take vengeance against these people.
Zephyr said
I don't believe that these killings were random. I believe that Joseph and Gareth were targeted for reasons.
Maybe they found something or saw something they shouldn't have seen.
Perhaps. I agree. We should check out the wall.
Because he wasn't.
Especially since that's where.
But Gareth didn't work at the wall.
Right.
Yes,
he
but
did
Joseph
go on
did.
walk.
Yeah, but he went on walks, but he
Could
wasn't.
have seen something.
He could. That's what I mean. He could have seen
Exactly.
something.
So it's the old crazy guy that lives out by the woods.
We don't know that. I agree. We should investigate the wall. That's where the most recent crime scene was. Perhaps we could see something that perhaps
Let's go find Rick.
our
We're
friend
supposed to be-
Joseph saw. Or perhaps we could find a large dent in the ground where he fell.
Well, he wasn't that big. I doubt he'd leave a very big dent. All I'm saying is, at breakfast, Zephyr said they started back up. And I don't know if these people know the difference between a wolf and a primal Fey wolf. They might think just because it's a big-ass wolf that it's primal Fey. And it's not.
Right.
And it still could be the raccoons.
I'm with you.
The raccoons could be behind it all. Alright.
Heading to the wall?
Yeah. I'm holding my bear claw the whole time now because I'm really watching Archie after she wanted to get up close and personal and look at it.
Alright.
Like,
At this point, it is about, let's say, 3:45 in the morning.
we are all going to have a point of exhaustion.
It's 2 miles. At a good pace, it's about 20 minutes to get there. That's like a light jog. You run across the wall. Every section that you pass seems to be immaculately upkept
These people know how to keep a wall.
until 2 miles to the south. You see where a bunch of masonry tools have been set up, grinding stones and caulk and mortar. Upon approaching, you see Rick. Rick kind of looks over to you guys and he waves.
Oh man, did you find anything?
I've been looking around. I ain't seen nothing yet.
Tell me about Anton.
Anton, the mayor's son?
Yeah.
A bit of a hothead, if you ask me, but he's 20. Everybody's a hothead at 20. I was a hothead at 20, even more than Anton was. He gets a lot from his father. A lot of his opinions on the Fae and the Dragon's place in Terria and Bulwark's place in Spheria. It's kind of Anton's in kind of a hard spot. His father obviously wants him to be the mayor, and everybody expects him to be the next mayor once Quentin passes. He's a good lad. He's an impulsive lad.
You think he'd like to be mayor of this town if you all didn't have to work at the wall every day?
Well, he's a lot like his father, and his father wants us to keep up the status quo and keep working on the wall. So, no, I don't think he would want to be mayor of a different town.
So if somebody was trying to get the town to swap away from working for the wall, you think he might try to run them out of town or turn the town against them?
Rick's eyes suddenly darken. He looks around. Help me look for clues.
Alright, I look for clues.
You spend a while investigating around. Near a lookout tower on the wall, on the ground, you see a whole lot of ground displacement. It's a bit of a different pattern than the normal comings and goings of feet.
Rupert, I think we found your dent.
Aha! I knew it!
You called it pretty good there, little feller.
Hold on,
That I did.
careful walking around it.
Yes,
I
don't
wanna,
disturb it. We must
Oh.
examine the dent.
yeah, I also want to examine the footprints around the dent.
And then I believe we should go up to the top of the wall and investigate where he was pushed off from.
Who is Smiley about the same size as Joseph?
I'm not gonna jump off the wall if that's what you're thinking.
I was just asking if you were the same. Oh, I mean, I can catch. Yeah, no, I'm not going to catch you. I want to see if you make the same size dent. We can bring you back. We have a cleric that. Yeah, never mind. Don't do that. She doesn't heal.
Nobody's level 5, so I don't think Revivify is in play yet.
Yeah, but
so
she
because-
has that cantrip that save the undying that automatically stabilizes.
I still don't recommend jumping off a very high wall. It didn't work out well for Joseph.
Yeah, if you go negative past your hit, I could rage and jump off the wall and only take half damage.
Don't know why you would be doing
I
this
don't think so, because that wouldn't be bludgeoning.
It is technically bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, I
Is
could
it in
take
5e?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Really?
I could
It
take
is
half
really
damage
bludgeoning
from jumping
damage.
off the wall.
That is weird.
Yeah.
That is definitely not the case in other editions or other games.
Yeah.
Because it's also usually considered damage you like do to yourself, and not damage something does to you.
So, and unless it was 96 damage that I took from jumping off that wall, I would be okay.
Yeah, it
How
is.
high is the wall?
It is according to the PHB bludgeoning damage, so a barbarian would have falling damage,
Weird.
which is weird, but that's okay.
Actually, no.
For 6 seconds.
How tall is the wall, though?
Because
I
the
could
rage would end.
No, I would hit
Uh,
myself on the way down.
The wall
No.
itself, The parts between the lookout towers is about 80 feet tall, and the highest part of the lookout tower gets up to 120 feet.
So that would be probably 192 damage total.
Yeah, it'd be 12 times d6. 12 d6, yeah. 12 d.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be close. So no, it couldn't. No, that wouldn't be 192 damage. If I was raging, it would take 192 damage to do 96 damage to me to kill me outright.
Well, the first 10 feet don't hurt, right? It's everything after that.
First 10 feet don't hurt, and then 11, every 10 feet after is a d6. So it'd be 11 d6 if you jumped up from the highest point.
I'll be right back. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, man, I'm good. Look, that's a good roll, and I'm still good. I'm good. I would walk away from that shit. That'd be half damage.
Barbarian life.
Anyway, did we find any footprints that match?
You see a lot of footprints. This is where they were working today. You see a lot of very fresh footprints of various sizes.
See any is there can you easily get from the wall to the woods, from the window to the wall?
From the wall to where you guys found the body?
Like where the den is, is there a path to the woods? An easy path to the woods? Like we could follow a set of tracks that would either have dragged the body off or picked the body up and carried it towards the woods?
No, because there are so many tracks. Because every able-bodied man was out here working today.
How far is the edge of the woods from the wall?
That is about a 3-mile trek.
Oh, good lord. Are there any wheel carts taking off in the direction towards the woods?
Yes, you
Wheels.
see, well, not wheel carts, but you do see donkey tracks, like beasts of burden, as though they were carrying, they were made to carry tools and materials and such for the work they do on the wall.
So he killed him, put him on a donkey, took him in the woods, dropped him, put meat on him to attract the wolves. But how did he kill? That still doesn't explain Gareth. Would he sneak up on him in the middle of the night and stab him with his own knife? Rick,
Yeah.
is Anton good? Does he know magic of any kind?
Nobody here really studies magic. No, but not even Zephyr knows any magic.
So he couldn't make. Go ahead.
What about the old man?
Roland.
Roland Manser?
Yeah.
He ain't any kind of magician. He's mean as an old cuss, but he's got pain in his bones.
Well, from what?
From working on the wall all his life, I reckon.
But he likes the wall?
He likes the wall, because that's what he worked on his whole life, and now he sits around in his house and smokes tobacco. Takes care of his dogs.
So everybody around here likes the wall, but you and Zephyr.
Well, I'm getting a few of the guys to come around.
But the majority of the people, everybody but a handful of people are yay wall.
These things take time. It took time when Zephyr showed up for me to get people to trust her. It took time when I proposed to her for me to get people to let me live my life the way I wanted. And it's going to take time to get them away from this wall.
What if they don't want to get away from it and they're trying to get away from you? Who would have the most to lose if you stop taking care of the wall? Who would be out the most in this town if you all stop taking care of the wall?
He kind of takes his hat off and scratches his head a bit. Puts his hat back on. I reckon... I reckon we ought to get on up there on the lookout tower. If there's a dent this size, that must have been where he fell from. That's what we were working on today, too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he answered the question.
No. Or did he?
You think the lookout tower would be the one that would?
I mean, nobody would take care of it anymore.
Well, there you go.
So the lookout tower pushed him off itself
Mystery solved.
and hired the raccoons to drag him into the woods and put the meat on him.
You
We've
have
done
absolutely
it.
nailed my writing style, Torgath.
It's the raccoons! I'm telling you, that one had the meat.
The raccoons all along.
The
Raccoons were responsible for the Red
really-
War, actually. You guys just
Yeah!
didn't roll high enough perception.
Is
Fucking
it really
trash
just a really elaborate version of West Side Story?
Fucking trash pandas.
There's like a
They're all-
love
they're
story
behind
in
it
there
all.
somewhere.
Stupid trash pandas always having to wash their food because they don't produce saliva. Fuck it. Let's go. Why do we have to go up to top of the lookout for, man?
Maybe Joseph saw something he shouldn't have seen.
It's
From
quite
the lookout.
possible.
That would be a reason to push someone off a wall.
Well, I don't want to go up there and get pushed up. Well, yeah, fuck it. Let's go. I'm not worried about falling off this wall.
Alright, you ascend the lookout tower. There's a well-maintained spiral staircase that goes up the entire length.
Can I look for anything out of place on the way up?
So you keep looking. And then you get to the top where it kind of splays out. You notice one of the stones is a little bit out of place.
Guys, one of these stones is a little out of place.
I mean, can we all fit up there?
You kind of have to go 2 by 2. Like a 2 by X formation. 2 wide.
Guys, one of these stones is a little out of place. Watch
What's
out. Don't
Behind
step.
it.
I don't know. I didn't look. I'm afraid the tower will push me off.
Can I look behind the stone? Can I check for traps?
Alright. You reach down, investigate for traps, and finding no traps,
It's a spring trap. You're knocked off the wall.
you pull out the freshly crafted block of stone. Inside, you see a little cavity in the wall. You see a sack, a burlap sack, with traces of blood on it.
Oh, it's a murder sack.
A what?
A murder sack.
The sack pushed him
Is
off.
that a pirate thing? Like,
Hang
fuck's
on.
a murder
Wait.
what's a murder sack?
I'll get it out. Hang on. Smiley will fish out the sack.
You are now holding a burlap sack that is relatively light, with traces of blood on it.
See? It's a murder sack.
What's inside it? Look.
Why is everything covered in blood in this place?
Why did we come here?
I take a peek inside. Is it a head?
It's clothes. It is a pair of clothes that is very bloodied.
Is it like fresh blood?
Looks to be old blood, so it's dried. It's dried and old. About 10 days old.
It looks like the clothes that the dude that stabbed Gareth was wearing, and he stashed them at the wall.
Or it
And
was
then-
on the wall?
And
Eddie.
okay, theory 675. The guy that killed Gareth was stashing his clothes in the wall. Joseph saw him, so he pushed Joseph off the wall to cover his track.
Joseph found something he shouldn't have.
Or Joseph saw somebody stashing something that he shouldn't have. Anton! Do they look like does like Quentin and Anton, do they wear like higher end clothes than the rest of the people in town? Are they fancy?
You can't tell.
Well, man, I mean, Can some? I mean,
Can I tell?
yeah, Rupert. What are these? Do these clothes look like something a mayor would wear?
Rick takes one look at those clothes, and he books it down the tower.
You've spooked
Rick?
him.
Rick yells, "You son of a bitch!" as he goes.
I am
I think
getting
he
down the
knows-
tower.
I think he knows who's good at
After
that.
him!
After
Don't let
Rick.
him do
Can we
anything
stop him?
stupid!
I chase after him at pirate speed.
I want to cast command on him.
Okay.
Do I need to
I want
go?
to tell him to stop.
Do I need to go get Rick?
Let's see. Wisdom save from Mr.
I mean, I kind of want to follow him and just kill whoever he's going after.
He fails his wisdom save. You see him stop. You see a whole lot of rage on his face as he looks around and wonders why he has stopped in place.
I think he only stops for a round, right?
Can I run down and grab him on by like both arms and just like
Does
pick him
give
up
us a
in the air?
round to get back up.
Hey, he just has to
Yes.
follow the command, yeah.
All right,
Yes.
I've grabbed Rick and picked him up.
I don't know
Hey.
how long it takes.
Not like hurting him, but just picking him
Well,
up.
I
off
just
the
wanted
ground.
him to stop. I mean, we don't have to
Right.
pick him up. I just
want to pick him up. I don't want him to run off after this shit wears off. I'm picking his ass up. I'm not hurting him. I just picked him up off the ground by his shoulders, like just holding him so he can't run. It'll be like fucking running feet with nothing to grab.
It's Anton is shouting, "You son of a bitch!"
Rick is shouting.
And
Yeah,
calm down. Whose clothes are those?
Anton.
Ha ha! That's all I'm saying. So we're gonna go kill Anton now.
Let
Remind me,
me
Anton.
That won't
Rick, you want to go kill Anton? I'm with you, buddy. Let's do it.
Wait, which one was Anton again?
the mayor's
the mayor's son.
His son.
Yeah,
That's not what I wanted. Like, interesting.
yeah. Can I make sure he's telling those? Does he look like he really knows whose clothes those are? Yeah, those are fucking Anton's clothes. Let's go get him.
Yes. As far as you know.
Okay, look, we need to go talk to Doc. And take
I think
these
running
clothes.
after him at 2 in the morning is
Yeah,
probably not the
those
best.
are Anton's clothes, aren't they, Smiley?
Oh, they must be.
Yeah, we should go kill him right now.
Definitely.
I haven't killed anybody in 24 hours. I'm getting it. Let's go, Rick.
So let me go.
Well, no, I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. We're not gonna go kill anybody. We're gonna go talk to Doc.
Rick
Can you
seems to calm down. Right.
If I let you down,
He ain't going no, you know.
If I let
Anton's
you
not
down,
going
you're gonna
nowhere.
run off.
I'm not
You're
gonna
gonna-
go anywhere.
I'm gonna just like set him down and pretend to let go and just see if he like tries to dart away.
No, he shakes his head and he has
Okay.
calmed his emotions.
I'll let him go. So we should go talk to Doc because Doc was gonna tell the mayor about Joseph in the morning, but we told him we were gonna walk by the wall and doing a little investigating beforehand. So we should go talk to Doc before Doc tells the mayor, or see if Doc has gone ahead and told the mayor. They won't know Doc's on the mayor's side and not ours.
The mayor might not be aware that his son has done some horrible thing.
We should go find out. Rick, you need to go home.
I gotta get back to Zep.
Yeah, notice. Yeah, that's a good idea.
We can take care of this.
That's what you paying us for, right?
Hey, it's what we do.
We
Alright.
kill people. I'm good at it. I'm pretty good at killing things. We're good. Don't you
No,
worry
not
about it.
doing-
And we solve mysteries.
We're like Scooby Doo, but we kill people.
All right. I'll head back there.
Are you lying?
No. I gotta go
Gotta
make
go.
sure Zep is okay.
Yeah, you better go home. If she's not, the code word's a vast.
Right.
Okay.
He starts booking it down the tower again.
Does he head towards his house or towards town?
You see him going straight towards town, and he is, he's got the energy of
I
somebody who
I don't know why we
is-
believed him.
Yeah, he's going to kill Anton. And I love it.
We'll
I mean,
chase after him.
I mean, we can keep up with him. He can't.
Yeah.
I don't think he can outrun us. So
Oh,
I
Let's
mean,
just, yeah, we'll run with him. Fuck it. I haven't got to swing
Yeah.
my sword in a
I have
while.
more spell slots. We can keep this up all night.
Rick, come here to me, you son of a... You lied to me!
Just-
Don't make me rage run after you!
Come on!
Below!
Let him.
Rick
Let
is-
him. We'll just follow him.
What's
It's
to do
fine.
if we get to them? Like,
I mean,
What are you gonna do?
there.
I don't know, but it's not gonna be pretty.
What if somebody stole Anton's clothes?
A
You
flicker
don't
of-
know 100% it was
Man.
Anton.
let's maybe lead with an accusation and see how he reacts.
Trying to frame people
Leading with
here.
a fist.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on right now. I mean, if
There's
this
a,
is like worse than this episode of Days of Our Lives right now, okay? There's a lot of shit going on right now.
there's a flicker of doubt on Rick's face, and he slows down and lets you catch up to him.
What if somebody stole Anton's clothes to make it look like Anton did it? I think Anton did it, but maybe he didn't do it. We don't know that for sure. Maybe the old man stole his clothes and the old man did it. You gonna run off and go kill him? You gonna kill everybody?
I'll kill anybody that tries to get between me and Zep.
I don't think anybody's trying to get between y'all. I think they're just trying to get you out of town.
Or we don't even know that.
I do.
Mm,
Maybe you should go kill raccoons. I think they did it. Just start killing them all the raccoons. Draw out the Raccoon King. He's the real enemy behind this.
He lets you catch up, but the pace back towards Bulwark does not slow.
Am I gonna have to stop you again?
Well, what's your plan then?
My plan is to go talk to the doctor about this,
All right. Fine.
and you
Oh.
go home.
I mean, Rick might as well stay with us. Because we all know if he goes away from us, he's just going to go find Anton.
Do I need to escort you home?
I mean, then you leave the home, and then he can leave
Nah,
his home.
fuck that. I'll stay
Just-
on guard. I'll sit at the front door.
Yeah,
We can
might as well
sit-
take
Just Rick can
Why
just come with us. Rick is
why
the
don't
one
we-
that identified those as Anton's clothes. We
Why
don't
don't
know
we?
Anton's clothes.
I mean, you don't think if Rick knows they're Anton's clothes, you don't think the doc will know they're Anton's clothes?
I mean, sure.
The doctor's
Rick can just come with us.
We can send.
I
We
mean,
can make Haneke go guard his damn house.
then Hannigan's by herself. I mean, just Rick can come with us. It's fine.
Rick, we're going to the doctor.
I'm
And
guessing
your wife's
you-
at home all alone with your son.
I'm guessing you're gonna want me to come with you, huh?
Well, yeah, we don't. You done lied to us and said he's going home, and you didn't.
You're damn right. All right,
Yeah.
I'll come with
Nick?
you.
Next time I'm gonna punch you in the face when you do that. You think it's gonna get
He has calmed down. It's less rage, but it is very focused, and he's got an extremely dark look in his eye.
I mean, I'm about to smack this man and tell him to snap the fuck out of it.
He's calm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's bad when the barbarians tell you not to rage.
Doc!
Oh,
Doc!
Hold on.
Ah.
Hold on. As you guys approach town, things are happening. But DM has to pee, so we are back.
okay.
Guys, I am really sleepy, but my adrenaline is pumping, and I've still got 3 rages left to use today.
I know we have to be getting kind of tired already.
Yeah, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, or 5 o'clock, and the sun's fucking coming up at this point. So is that like the little village right there by the gate? Is that what we're looking at? We did establish that I could jump off of a wall and take 109 at this level and take 192 points of damage and still survive. While you were gone a while ago, Lucy.
I mean, realistically though,
If I went into
Would
a
you-
rage, if I went into a rage right before I hit the ground, it would take 192 points of fall damage to kill me. Outright.
how many hit points do you have now?
48, but fall damage is bludgeoning damage, which counts as half damage.
Okay, that's
So in
only-
order to kill me outright, that's 92 points. Or 96 points, which would actually be half damage, which would take 192 points. To take me from 0 full negative. in
Just
one
remember,
hit.
there's only so much healing I can do when your body is like a pancake.
No, I'm just saying. I would have. I mean, we've already established that
I mean,
120-foot wall would only be 11d6, which is mathematically impossible to kill me.
we just have to be realistic about this here.
When you
I
go
mean,
You
unconscious,
still will be
and-
a pancake.
In was it a 3-5? Like the damage from falling has a cap. It caps at like 30 d6 or something. So there are also boots of falling that negate xd6 of falling damage. So if you keep upgrading them enough,
Huh.
you can effectively have sky falling boots.
See, that's
Jesus.
jumping
It,
off of
it costs like to fully upgrade them, it costs like 12k or something gold. But
That would
yeah,
be-
you can have you can skyfall with boots.
86 divided by 2 would be 43. I could jump off of a 210-foot wall and walk away from it if I raged right before I hit the ground.
I mean, you would
86.
fall that distance in one round.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
don't
would
remember
wait
how
till
far
I-
you fall.
If I waited until I was 20 foot before I hit the ground to go into a rage, I'm good. 210-foot wall, let's bring it.
You guys, I swear. All right.
Skydiving.
when you go unconscious, does your rage end?
Yes.
But the damage you take when you fall...
It would, but then you'd bounce.
I don't know if you.
It's that 1 point of damage from his racial. The bounce.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I could use my racial and come back to 1 hit point unless it killed me outright.
Oh god, he could.
And then he would bounce.
I mean,
If I ever DM'd a game, I would make sure he bounced. Just for good measure.
Once I got to a certain level, I could make a constitution check and come back at another 1 hit point.
it's
Yay, barbarians.
it's a Tolkien thing,
He's
right?
like a
Even
slinky,
Tolkien
man.
liked his free fall fights, and Gandalf
Yeah.
versus Balrog, they
Yeah.
seemed fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gandalf had the skyfall boots.
Yeah.
There's going to be a falling in this game, and I'm going to live. Alright, we're back in town. What's going on?
Things are happening.
What's
Oh,
happening?
Everybody
Neat.
is up. There are a bunch
Who
of
has the murder bag?
To the pirate? The
Thanks,
pirate
I
had
had
it.
yeah?
Yeah.
But that's
I didn't take it from him.
hide that shit. Don't show
I hide-
anybody that.
I hide the shit.
Cover it up so nobody can see the shit.
So you
Rick?
stash.
Don't you be doing nothing stupid.
Rick just has his fists clenched.
Unclench them damn things. Just act. We're gonna figure out what's happening, and the people that did wrong will be brought to justice. But you're not a Talon, so you'll get in trouble. If you kill a killer, you're still a killer.
All right.
Yeah, that's deep shit. That's as deep as I get.
You're right. Well, when you get back towards the town, you see a bunch of torches in the town center. Most of the townspeople are awake. You see lights in the various houses. As you get closer, you realize a lot of the townspeople have circled around Zephyr.
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to kill some fools.
Got to be kidding.
I'm just gonna pull my great sword out and just carry it in one hand. I'm just gonna have it out, just ready.
There's a lot of shouting going on. A lot of people are shouting at Zephyr, and Zephyr is just kind of on her knees and she's crying.
Can I cast
I'm gonna use. I was gonna use minor illusion to make a I don't know, blood curdling scream to try and
Can-
shut everybody up.
Okay.
Can I?
Unless you. Okay.
I was gonna cast silence on them all.
Have a
It's a
That-
20-foot radius sphere.
Is that big enough? I mean, if there's a lot of people out here,
It's basically 40.
you get a
feet
lot of
diameter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to cast it centered on her.
Okay.
Okay.
So a lot of the shouting quiets down. Before it quiets down, you hear, "Everything was fine until you fucking Faye," and then silence.
What they say?
Everything was fine until you fucking Faye. And then silence.
We push our way in there.
Yeah, you push your way through the angry mob, and you get a lot of hisses and angry looks.
Oh, I've got one hand on the bear claw and one
Are they
hand on the
silent
great.
hisses?
I am not a happy
Yeah.
camper right now.
You see everybody that you've met in town up until now. You look around, you see Quentin,
Meet my.
you see Doc, you see Jonathan, you see Anne, you see
Does
Armand.
the silence affect us?
Yes,
It affects
Oh.
anyone in the bubble.
anyone who goes into the bubble.
I,
Can you like turn that shit
Hold on.
off?
I can,
I'm-
but I want to make sure that we're like.
as we're walking up, as we get close to them, I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
I was just reading this.
Man, I can't even like.
Detect Thoughts. Last minute. For the duration, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures. When you cast a spell as your action on each round until the spell ends, you can focus your mind on any one creature you can see within 30 feet of you. The creature you choose has intelligence 3 lore, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just going to use each round to kind of probe the most suspicious looking people to see, like, if their thoughts are any way different than what I would expect from someone who actually believes that she is the culprit.
Okay.
Like, so I'm gonna start with, like, I don't know, the mayor, like if the mayor's there, or the doctor, or Anton.
Doctor for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, like those three first, and then like other more like people I would suspect, I guess, like suspicious looking or something.
Okay. So first off, everybody make perception checks. Oh, Jesus.
+4, 25.
Ah!
These natural fucking 20s on perception.
Like as soon as you drop silence,
We're not fucking around.
I have an action I want to do.
Are we back in town yet?
Yes,
Yes.
we're around. We formed. I would like to think we formed a perimeter around Rick and Zephyr.
No, just Zephyr, because you notice that Rick is gone. He slipped away.
That mother. I'm
But
mismouthing
with-
that motherfucker.
With that perception of 25, you notice Anton is not part of the crowd.
Oh.
Zephyr, where's
But-
Otis?
Alright, so as
Nobody can
for,
hear anything because she fucking has silence cast.
as for Detect Thoughts, Nag,
Yeah.
Quentin believes that Zephyr has drawn enough primal fae that now a second person has died under his watch, and he wants peace in his town, and he wants Zephyr out.
Okay.
Um,
And I'm just getting surface thoughts.
just surface
Figure them
thoughts.
Yeah,
Doc?
because I have to concentrate further, and I'm just kind of getting something until I find someone that might be more suspicious.
As
Eh,
for
it would-
Doc, Doc feels like maybe he did the wrong thing by taking this immediately to the mayor. It was the right thing at the time, but
What do you
after seeing
think?
everybody's reaction,
As soon as we're all kind of settled around her,
Whoa! Before I'm nudging Smiley to give me the bloody sack.
I pass him the bloody sack.
All right, whenever you're ready.
Because we're
and
still on the
I'm
side.
gonna drop it once we're all like right around her, kind of prepared.
I'm gonna go into a fucking rage, and I'm gonna rage yell, and I'm gonna throw the bloody sack, and I'm just gonna yell, Anton!
I shouldn't have given him the sack.
And throw the bloody clothes at their feet,
I probably
The
should have
bag of
dropped
bloody
the silence. Well,
and see if that doesn't quiet them down.
it quiets them down. A lot of the shouts that were aimed at Zephyr kind of stop. They look at the clothes, and then they look at you. And a lot of their anger starts to be directed at
Yeah, they
you.
can bring it. They can bring them dangers at me.
Quentin steps up angrily. Explain this, now!
I can't explain nothing. I'm in a rage. Somebody else needs to before I kill the mayor.
This
I'm
looks like
concentrating on reading people's minds. So
Smiley, please.
me.
Or Rupert, somebody.
I'm
Alright.
standing mouth agape at what you just did.
Oh boy.
I am
So-
pissed off that they were fucking giving Zephyr a hard way to go right now.
Is it the mayor?
Yeah, the mayor is the one who's looking
Okay.
at everything that's going on, looking at you and being like, explain this.
Do you recognize these clothes?
He looks at the bloody clothes. He pauses. He gets a strange look on his face. Those are my boy's clothes.
Anton's, right?
Yeah.
Well, we found him up in the watchtower, which is, we think, how Jacob died.
Joseph.
Joseph, same thing, you know, begins with a J.
I want to interject real quick and go. They weren't killed by wolves.
No, the wolves are being framed, or rather, Zephyr's being framed, and the wolves are part of the framing.
They were shoved off the wall.
Yes, and then meat was attached to him, and then wolves were, I guess, sicked on him, and the end result's what you've been seeing.
You expect me to believe that? Anton, get over here.
Yeah.
Boy? Boy? You see a look of horror appear across the mayor's face. At about the same time, a look of horror appears upon Zephyr's face. Zephyr looks back towards her house. The front door is ajar, and she mouths the word, Otis?
Oh, hell no.
Can I sprint?
Yes.
I cast I cast invisibility on you as you go to start moving.
Okay, I sprint towards the house.
Okay, you burst into the house. The door is already ajar. You see the rugs are folded over as if somebody was just fucking sprinting in here.
Oh no.
You
I
look
go
around.
upstairs.
go
I guess
into-
I look around.
You go into where Otis was. He's not there.
Can I follow the rugs?
Yes.
I will do that.
So, whoever was in here, tearing up the rugs, tearing open the door, went straight out of the building. And made no effort at covering their tracks, was at a dead sprint towards the forest where you found Gareth.
Oh no, I chase after them.
Are any of us gonna go after Smiley?
Oh, you cast
Well, he's
invisibility on
invisible.
him.
You can't see me.
Well,
We
but we
don't
knew
know.
where he was going.
John,
Like he was going to the house.
I want to tell them to
anyone
go.
follow?
Grab Zephyr.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay with Zephyr and protect her.
I will follow towards the house behind Smiley.
I'll go with Nag.
Okay.
I just didn't want to leave Zephyr alone.
No, I'm
So,
with
so
Zephyr.
probably like a round or so behind Smiley.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, looking out in the direction...
You
where
left your raging barbarian with a horde of angry people protecting an elf.
Archie's there too.
At this
Yeah,
point...
I was gonna grab Zephyr and kind of drag her with us.
At this point,
Alright.
Quentin is kind of like... Quentin is speechless, the mayor. And he's kind of got his arm up across a few people. Like, trying to hold them back.
Yeah, put that arm down. Make my day.
And he's looking at you. And he's looking at the people going towards the forest. And he's not saying anything. But it's kind of keeping things very, very tense, but they're not moving in on Zephyr. Zephyr is just crying.
I pick Zephyr up, and I'll bring her with us.
You're leaving?
I mean, I'm staying with Archie. and
Yeah.
Zephyr. I'm gonna go.
I
with
wanna
them,
follow
but I'll-
them, but I'm gonna take her
I'll
with
pick
us.
her ass up, and just dare anybody to come at me, bro.
Okay.
My eyes are
Can I,
fucking red right now.
Can I yell at the mayor and tell him that his sack of shit did this? As we're
Can't be.
running off.
Can't be.
Where is
Search
it?
your feelings.
What the fuck? Did you just turn into Darth Vader?
Exactly. I am a new collector. Can I put like my hood up? Say it even more sinister. You know it's true.
Make your fingers all crooked and hold them out and point them towards him. No!
So, since you take Zephyr with you, the people do follow you as you follow your friends towards the forest. Smiley, you're way up in front. Disappearing behind the tree line, you see a torch. And you see the duster that Rick was wearing before it just disappears into the forest, and he's quite a ways away from you.
No, no. I need to go faster.
Do it, Ricky Bobby.
You do move ridiculously fast.
You can do like 120 feet around, can't you?
But is it as fast as a man whose son is in peril?
Right.
What about a man? What about a barbarian that's rage running?
I think that Rick is an honorary barbarian rogue at this point, right now. At this
Barbarian
point,
rogue, holy shit!
at this point in
mean-
time, Rick is a raging rogue.
That's fine. I don't care if he kills him or not.
So
I'm just keeping the fave safe.
Yeah.
you follow Rick into the forest. Things get kind of dark once you go under the canopy.
It's all the doctor's fault. We're gonna have to kill the doctor.
You're familiar with this place in the daytime, but you can't get much moonlight even under the canopy. So you have a hard time finding your way. Until you see a flickering light. And you hear pitched voices.
I approach.
The situation in front of you, Mr. Smiley. You see Anton. You see Anton holding a dagger in one hand. You see him holding Otis in his other hand. He's got the dagger pointed at Otis, and Rick is about 10 feet away from him.
Can I sneak?
You can sneak.
I think I'm still invisible, aren't I?
Yes, so you have advantage.
Oh boy. I'll take it.
Roll again, just in case it's a natural 20. If you have advantage.
I did not.
You hear Rick's voice call out, "You put my boy down. I promise I'll kill you quick." Anton looks shaky and unsure of himself. A moment goes by. A quiet tension fills the air.
Can I sneak up behind that?
The moment you start trying to sneak up behind Anton, Rick charges him.
Oh no.
Anton screams, directs the knife away from Otis towards Anton. And towards Rick. Rick reaches to grab Anton by the throat and wraps his hands around Anton's throat, even as Anton plunges the dagger in between Rick's ribs.
Uh-oh.
Rick now has a dagger in between his ribs, piercing his heart as he has Anton on the ground and is choking him, and Otis begins to cry.
How far away are we now?
You guys are almost there.
My speed is 25 walking, by the way, so I just took off flying.
Yeah, you can fly up there. So you fly over, you can
I don't
see...
fly often, but that's...
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can do that. I'm not keeping you from flying.
Oh no, it just as a...
If I'm running and dashing, I'm 60 feet a turn.
Oh yeah.
So I'm keeping up with you while you fly. With Zephyr.
You get up there. The scene you see before you, Anton's color has left his face, and he is being choked by Rick, who is profusely bleeding, just absolutely bleeding everywhere. and you
Are
hear, and with Otis crying on the ground nearby.
Are there people behind us?
Yes, all the townspeople are behind you.
Can I pick up Otis?
Yes, so you see Otis kind of levitate.
I'll if
I'll
I turn, is stuff behind me invisible? No, it must not be. Shit, I guess I'll run into the woods a ways then, and try and
Well-
quiet Otis down.
We're there, and I'm carrying his mama with me.
I know.
Demon
I mean, we're not
child.
quite there yet.
Rosemary's Baby.
As
No
you get
wonder he
behind,
wanted
as you get behind a couple of trees, Otis, the rest of the Talons show up, including Archie, who got there a bit before them. Anton is kind of stopping, is kind of like losing this will to struggle against Rick, and Rick has lost a terminal amount of blood at this point. You can tell that immediately, Archie. Something is keeping him choking Anton.
I'll set Zephyr down and just position myself between the crowd and what's going on.
Well, the moment you set Zephyr down, she shouts, "Rick!" and starts to run over to him. "Rick! No! Rick!" Kind of gets up to Rick and kind of like pulls him off. Rick just coughs up all this blood. He's like, this place wasn't your place after all. Rick stops moving.
Am I close enough to him?
Yeah, you're close. What would you like to do?
Touch him?
Are you thinking cure wounds?
I think it's spare the dying.
Okay. Let's see how he did on his death saves
Hello,
while he
cat.
was choking Anton. He was at technically 0 HP while he was choking Anton.
So I was thinking he was probably a little too much for cure wounds.
That's a natural one.
Here comes the natural 20.
The natural one double fails.
Yeah, that's 2 fails.
Oof.
Cat, come on.
Archimedes. You reach your wing out and buffet Rick, who only seems to have just noticed his injuries. But as you do, you feel the presence of Inma shifting beneath you. And then it shifts to Rick. You feel Rick go limp, even as you charge him with your gifts of the 2 dragons. He has passed.
What about shithead Ton?
Anton is coughing and sputtering on the ground and just squirming around.
Trying not to be a bad guy here.
Quentin. So, Zephyr is hugging the now dead Rick and sobbing with all of her might. Quentin runs up to his boy and
You have to
puts
run
his...
past me first.
Oh, he tries to run... Yeah, he collides with you, I should say, Korgath, and he says, "No! My boy, no! What have you done?" Anton coughs a bit more. He's like, "Sorry, Pa. Thought it was like you wanted. You don't want any of them here. You want things to stay the same, right? You want things to be safe. Right?" As Quentin kind of buries his face in his hands and he starts to sob. At this point,
Smiley!
I'll stay quiet.
I send my flying snake out to just kind of survey the area, looking for either Smiley or the baby, because the baby's not here. Quietly, I don't want to bring attention to that yet.
you see the floating Otis behind a tree.
Okay. I position the snake so that Otis sees it, but I just leave it there, kind of near him, for now.
Do the town people still look?
Terrifying.
Do the townspeople still look aggressive?
No, the townspeople look shocked, confused. Remember when you cast silence and you didn't hear a peep from anything?
Right.
That's what's going on right now, except without the silence bubble. The only sounds you hear are Anton sputtering, Zephyr crying, and Quentin crying as he tries, unsuccessfully, to get past you, Korgoth.
Primal Fae didn't do this. Humans did this.
And townspeople kind of look at each other. They look at you, and then they look at Anton. You can see now that Anton's got a pouch over his shoulder. It's got kind of a wet sag to it, and several pieces of beef have fallen out of the pouch.
Kill him so bad, guys. I just want to kill him.
I think it's very clear here what has happened. Do you agree, Mayor? Your son is a murderer. A mass murderer, not of just one, but of multiple people. He sought to even kill an innocent child.
I don't believe it.
Well,
Anton.
you should believe it. The evidence is right in front of you.
Where's the doctor?
Doc kind of steps up and he stares at the ground.
I'm just giving him the evil eye, but I'm gonna ask him if Joseph's body had raw meat on it from a cow when we brought it to him earlier this morning.
He nods up and down. They brought me Joseph in the middle of the night, as you know. I informed Quentin. It felt like the right thing to do. I know you guys told me not to, but I didn't expect this would be the result.
Now Rick's dead because you told Quentin.
You see a wave of guilt wash over Doc's face.
But anyway, did Joseph have beef on him when we brought him to you?
Yes, Joseph was killed by a particularly long fall, and when these Talons brought him to me, he had this exact kind of beef on his chest.
And at the wall by the watchtower that was being worked on, we found a spot on the ground that looked like somebody had been pushed off of the watchtower.
Where'd you get his clothes? Quentin demands.
At the top of the watchtower, he hid them behind a stone in a sack.
He must have changed out of the bloody clothes. From
Doc, how was Gareth killed?
Gareth was not killed by a primal fae. Gareth was killed by a dagger, his own dagger.
Did that make somebody's clothes bloody when they did that?
If they were untrained in killing with knives, yes.
Is Anton trained in killing with knives?
Nobody here is trained to kill.
Okay, thank you.
Everybody's attention turns towards Anton.
The prosecution rests, Your Honor.
Gets up on his knees and looks up at everybody. Quentin stares at Anton. He's like, "Is this true, my boy? Have you done these things? What happened?" Anton looks at Zephyr crying over the corpse of her husband looks at you and looks at the townspeople and lets out a long sigh. Yeah, Pa. It was me. It's what I thought everyone wanted. You saw how everybody looked at Zephyr. I thought I was doing what was best for Bulwark, just like you always did, Pa. I thought I could, you know, thought I could just aid Gareth in his passing and make it look like a Primal Fae did it. And maybe it would make everybody make Zephyr leave. But then they didn't. And I had to get rid of, you know, he gestures to the clothes. And I tried hiding them, but Joseph came up just the wrong time and I panicked. And then things just unraveled from there. Anton seems to suddenly be crushed by an immense weight of everything that he has done.
So in order to get rid of the Fae, you killed 3 people, humans.
He just stares at the
Your
dirt.
friends.
Your friends, fellow people that like the wall.
Quentin just...
You have a barracks? You have a legal system? Do we need to take him with us?
We're gonna take him with us, I think. Someone.
I don't know if he would receive a fair trial in the town where his father's a mayor.
I don't think they have such a thing here.
Quentin shakes his head. And he makes eye contact with Anton. Anton stares at his father. Then Quentin steels himself, and he looks directly at you, Korgath. And he says, "Take Anton Freed with you, and charge him."
What's what's y'all's normal penalty for murder?
He's-
Just asking for a friend.
We'll take him back. If
We're not going back. We're going on.
oh, are we? Okay.
We'll take care of him. Don't worry.
I start walking up to Anton with a rope.
Do you usually
it's a-
hang murderers? Do you just like?
I'm gonna tie his hands.
I mean, what do you do to murderers in this?
I mean, I think
They get hung by the neck.
Well, then,
Until
I
dead?
motion for
Better than
Anton.
this one deserves, I think.
I motion for
Why-
Anton to stand up and start tying his hands
I mean,
behind his back.
He
how many of
cooperates
the
with you.
how many of the townspeople witnessed this? Like everybody?
A whole lot of people witnessed Anton with a knife to a baby's throat.
I really don't want to take this motherfucker with us. Can we just hang him here and get it over with?
We'll take him with us and kill him later.
You promise?
You can pop his head like a grape.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take him for sure. Yeah, no problems. I'm buying you around later, Mr. Puddlefoot.
Anton starts to
Thank you.
tear up. "Father?" But Quentin turns his back. "You're no son of mine."
You darn fucked up, kid.
You mean, did you think you were gonna get? I mean, you thought you were gonna get away with it. Even when we got here, you thought you were gonna get away with it.
He might have too if it wasn't for us meddling Fae.
God damn it.
Finger!
Someone had to say it, I guess.
It was there for too long. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
Uh,
Only a Puddlefoot could deliver that line. Guys, I think we've solved this case. I'm happy we solved it. I'm not happy that it was not the turf war between the wolves and the raccoons. I really thought I was onto something there. It really did.
This doesn't rule that out.
I mean, it seemed legit.
The sun starts to peek up around the canopy.
Do you have a barracks we can keep him in so that we can get some rest?
I don't sleep.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
can keep him locked up.
I mean, if you
I'll
don't,
sit
Nag,
outside
are you
wherever
gonna
we
stay
lock
with
up.
him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did Smiley? Did you ever come out? Or
If it calmed down, yeah, Smiley will bring Otis back out.
okay. When I see that you start to move, I will. I'll dispel.
Drop invisibility.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Which, future reference, and I'll probably tell you this like in some downtime, is that if you need to drop it, like you can just, and I'm not around, you can like attack a bug or something. You just have to do something hostile.
Why would I want to drop it?
Well, you know, just in case.
Sneak attack, an advantage,
saying.
and all that.
Yeah. I'm
It
just
also
saying.
drops if you kill him.
What's that?
I said it also drops if you kill him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Archie if she has any more of those like cloths.
I think that was my bedroll. Was really what I used, which means that
Do we have any type of cloths to like cover Rick up?
You can use my bedroll. Yeah, you can use my bedroll.
I mean, did Zephyr go grab Otis when we brought him out?
Yeah, Zephyr's got Otis in her hands, and she is just hugging him and, like, staying by Rick's side.
Can we, like, nicely and politely cover Rick up so that I'm sure, yeah, I've got to carry him
Yes.
so that I can carry him?
Zephyr seems to be in a mild state of shock right now.
Archie, if you, I don't know how your healing magic. I know healing him won't bring him back, but would it close his wounds so that it was cleaner?
It doesn't quite work like that. The way draconic healing magic works is it stimulates the target's mind and body to work at an accelerated pace. If the mind and body is not there, it's not going to do anything.
Okay.
I'll wrap him up as nice as I can and, like, not throw him over my shoulder like I had the other bodies and just, like, carry him in my arms in front of me. As nicely as you can carry a dead body wrapped in a bedroll.
So you take a somber walk back to town, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
The sun is fully
I
up.
use minor illusion to, actually, no, we have a fucking bard. Never mind, I don't do that. Bard would do that.
What were you gonna do?
Play some sad music.
Yeah, Rupert, can you play us a song?
Of course. And I play a somber song.
Play us a song, Piano Man.
Oh, Danny boy.
I was thinking Amazing Grace on the bagpipes.
Well, I don't have a bagpipe.
The town all seems to walk back in silence and listen to the song. I was playing a sad song, but it looped like 5 times, so I had to cut it off. So let me find something else.
Guys, I've had a killer headache all day today. Don't expect me to be this great at solving mysteries in the future. I think it was the weather. I was on my game today. That's all I can say.
I mean, you throw enough darts out there, someone's gonna stick.
Yeah, I mean, even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Although we didn't do the Scooby-Doo thing and accuse someone else first.
Right.
No, I did. I accused the raccoons. I accused the wolves. I accused
The doctor.
bear, I accused the doctor.
You accused Rick, actually.
I accused Rick. Zephyr.
Korgath was our Freddy.
I accused everybody in town, okay? And then I just got lucky eventually and got the right person.
Yes.
The turf war between wolves and raccoons was the favorite, though.
So,
Where do we take? Where do we take? Are we taking him back to his house? Are we taking him to the doctor? Where do we need to take him?
Doc looks like he wants to take Rick's body with him, but Zephyr stops him, and she's like, "No, I
Get wrecked.
want him
You've
here,
done,
at least for tonight."
you've done enough, Doc.
Doc kind of nods and leaves you.
I
Yes,
just
the-
need to listen.
The townspeople leave you with Zephyr, Otis, and the body of Rick.
Are we at their house?
Yeah.
Do we need to
We
go
still
to the-
got Anton with us, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah, and he's all tied up.
He's outside.
I say we leave Zephyr alone with Rick and
Yeah.
go take care of this one, and then come back and rest for the evening.
I'll take Anton
Slash
inside
morning.
and
No,
ask
no, don't take him inside. He doesn't. He doesn't.
Zephyr.
deserve
Where
to
do you
go
want
inside.
Anton? Or not Anton, Rick. Well, Zephyr, where do you want Rick? I'm carrying Rick's dead body. That's what I meant. I'm Rick. Where do you want me to put Rick, Zephyr?
Put him in the living room.
Like, do I sit him in a chair? Do I lay him on a
In
chair?
this chair, she motions to a very, very finely crafted rocking chair. One that must have been made by a master many years ago. She-
Is Archie in there with me?
I imagine so.
Do I need to like uncover him? Do I leave him covered? Do I just sit him in the chair? What do I need to do?
I'll take him.
I'll set him in the
Once
chair.
he like sets him down, I'm gonna.
I'll
Kinda,
set him in the chair.
I just want to kind of wrap, more like the bedroll around him,
Mhm.
to where it's not gonna like pop out and terrify her or anything. And then can I take like some stuff out of my bag, like some like incense and stuff like that, and kind of prepare him, just kind of to sit there.
Yes. So you managed to make him look peaceful, like he's sleeping. And Zephyr takes Otis in her arms and just kind of quietly sits on the ground.
We'll be back in a little bit.
She nods. Please do come back. I have something I'd like to give you for all your trouble.
Can I stay with her while y'all go?
Sure. Yeah. Stay with her, voice of reason.
She seems okay with it.
Please stay with her, voice of reason. Please. Okay.
Come on, Korgoth, let's go make jelly.
Yeah.
I'll come.
I mean,
Oh god!
yeah. Okay. We'll be right back. Yeah. Let's go.
I don't know what's going on here. Lulu.
So sorry for you. So sorry for your loss, Zephyr. So sorry.
We don't have any lawful party members, do we? I don't think we do.
Nope.
I imagine.
Korgoth-
Smiley's lawful. Smiley's very lawful.
You're a
True
fucking
neutral.
pirate.
Nobody goes lawful. Lawful is for squares. Okay.
If I'm anything,
I
I'm
mean,
neutral.
Really
to
lawful,
chaotic.
yeah.
I'm neutral to chaotic neutral at this point. From my, I
Yeah.
would think that from my background.
No, if you were chaotic, I think you would have already killed him.
Well, not
No,
chaotic
I mean-
neutral. I didn't want the whole town to attack us. I'm at least leaning that way.
I mean, just like lawful doesn't have to mean stick in the mud. Chaotic doesn't have to mean dumb.
I'm not going to kill somebody with a whole group of people around. I'm not chaotic evil,
I would say my character's fairly lawful.
but
Okay.
you're not going with us, so that's good.
So
I also think you're taking him to the barracks.
I am limbering.
enough.
I'm limbering up. Let's take him to the. We taking him to the barracks, or are we taking him outside of town? I mean, I knew this guy
We're
one
taking
time.
him outside of town to get rid of him.
I knew this guy one time. His name was Dread. He was really cool, really good at fighting. And he was like, "I am the law."
Hmm.
So I think we are.
Well,
the
I mean,
law.
they don't. They gave him to us, so
Yeah.
we need to deal with him, and we're
Okay,
not
let's
taking
go.
him back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So,
wow.
He goes with you guys to wherever you take him. His breathing kind of quickens and he looks at you guys. Am I gonna die?
Yeah, probably.
There's
I mean, how did you
no
think
room
this?
in this world for someone who just takes life for no reason.
How did you think this was going to end? Do you think you were going to live happily ever after killing multiple people? You think y'all was just going to be peaches and cream? You think you could just kill people and get away with it? No repercussions? Do you think those people wanted to die when you killed them? Before he answers, I cut his fucking head off.
And that is the end of Anton,
Oh,
as his head leaves his shoulders.
I didn't expect it to happen so quickly, but
You were
Guess that
going to
works.
pop it like a grape.
Well, you can pop it now if you want to. It's the same
I'm not
thing.
going to do it. That's gross.
now one of us has to dig the fucking grave. God.
You
know how
don't
to do this?
sleep. You can dig.
I hold up my meekly little arms.
Well, that's a good thing you don't sleep. You got a lot of time. Or you could just light it on fire and burn it.
Wait, hold on. I got an idea. Can an unseen servant dig a hole?
Sure.
With his 2 strength, yeah, he can dig it real quick.
You can perform basic things, fetching things, cleaning, mending, folding clothes, lighting fire, serving food, pouring wine. You can dig a hole. Slowly.
So you dig a nice little, well, not a nice little. You dig a rough little grave for Mr. Murderer Pants. Bury him in it.
should we say something?
Should we
Fuck
spit on
him.
it?
Hasta la vista.
You're not there, baby. I'll just spit on it as we leave.
Here lies an idiot.
I have no respect for those that hate the Fae.
Go to hell. Ha!
Maybe he'll meet that demon you didn't want to battle.
Perhaps, and I did battle him.
Not lately.
Agreed, because I didn't need to prove my. Never mind, we're not going to discuss this now.
Yeah, that's probably a good. That's fine. I was just saying maybe they would meet that one that I didn't know you battled him before. Wasn't around it then. But you at least knew who I was talking about. Can we go to fucking sleep?
The sun is indeed
Gee.
up. It's about like you wager it's about 9 o'clock in the morning at this point.
Fuck. Yeah, I'm going back to Zephyr's house and catching some Z's.
Okay, you pass by Zephyr, who is in.
I'll sleep on the front porch. I don't care. I don't have to go in the house. I'll sleep on the front porch in case somebody tries to come to the house.
Okay.
But I just want to be with the rest of the team. I'm not going to go sleep in the barn. But I'll like set up shop on the front porch.
I just sit on the porch.
And I'll hand Smiley my bedroll to let him use it.
Oh, thanks. Does it smell like Kolga?
Yes.
Uh,
Like, awesome and great.
well,
I mean, you can use it or you can give it to Archie. I don't care. Y'all just gave up your bedrolls, so here.
Smiley will use it. He's not picky.
Does everybody else go in the house but me and Nag?
I think so.
When anybody who goes by the house, elves have this trance thing they do instead of sleeping, and that is what Zephyr is doing as she sits in front of Rick.
What about Otis? I mean, I didn't go inside.
Otis is in her arms. You can tell from the look on Otis's face that he knows something is wrong. And he's just kind of curled against his mother.
Zeph?
Yes.
We back.
Yeah.
Could we stay here tonight? You'd be alright with that?
Of course. Of course.
It's fucking 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
I'm
well, I
not
guess
sure if staying
today.
here, but maybe outside.
You can sleep in here if you would like. I don't mind that at all. Thank you.
If everybody else is inside while Nag and I are outside, I'm gonna ask him if he heard what Archie was saying about my bear claw earlier.
Yeah.
What do you think she was talking about?
It's hard to say. I think there just might be more to your bear claw than being just a bear claw. Just kind of what I suspected.
So,
You
clue.
said, yeah, you said you've had it forever. Did
As long as
anyone
I
at the
can
pit ever say like whether or not you came with it, or if someone gave it to you when you were young there?
No, I mean I had it when I got there.
Possible that it from like your parents or something.
I don't remember them.
Hmm.
Maybe we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Too bad we couldn't save Rick too, though.
It was a shame. You seem like a nice fellow.
Mm-hmm. I gotta get sleep.
Yeah. While they get some sleep, once Korgrath is asleep, I'm gonna try and go find the mayor.
Quentin.
And yeah, and I just want to be like have the maybe some volunteers dig some appropriate and nice graves to lay them to rest. The three bodies.
Quentin kind of nods. He's like, yes. I'll take care of all of that. I think you guys have helped.
I'm sorry it was your son, but he did wrong, and can't always control what others do.
Yeah, he was my boy. The fact that he did it makes me just as culpable.
It's the closed-mindedness
Hmm.
you people have out here.
Aren't you asleep?
Oh, I guess I am.
But yes, you
Somewhere.
didn't wield the dagger, but if you ever said hateful things just for someone being different, young minds take to that sort of thing. And don't go blaming yourself specifically, but maybe learn from this and change your ways.
I'm thinking we're about done building this wall.
War's been over a while.
He stares back. He was looking into your eyes, and then he kind of stares off into the distance, nods, and goes back to silence. And deep in thought.
Now we're gonna be leaving here soon, but I suspect that that mom and baby might be sticking around. I expect that if we come back through, they'll be well looked after.
Right. Of course. Absolutely. You can count on it.
Just like the three other people that died by your son's hands. Don't let his death go unlearned from.
The mayor nods.
And maybe have been alert.
I see myself out. I'll go back to the porch and just relax.
A magic bird. What?
That talk coming from a snake man has to be terrifying.
Korgoth's just sleeping.
Especially for people who don't like Fae anyway.
All
All
right,
right,
guys.
definitely like stare. Like they're gonna be looked after. Right.
Yes, that definitely gets the point across.
If not, the big green giant will come back with me, and
Mhm.
we will on your whole town. I thought I was gonna have to kill a whole town tonight, guys. I really did. I was really looking forward to trying.
That was a possible outcome. That you guys.
When we got back, I was really hoping that somebody would come at me and I could just like fucking just.
Leroy?
I'm not gonna lie, that was a possible outcome, and by the way, I do think that that is where we will stop for the night.
Yeah.
I tried to play it better tonight than just like wanting to kill everybody, but I did get to kill somebody, so it all worked out. Got to scratch the itch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to scratch the itch.
Well, good detective work, gang.
Yeah, really well done, guys. You guys got the best ending.
Raggy.
One of the possible outcomes was, as Colossus said, you could have been facing off against the whole town
Oh,
If,
it would have been fun
if things had gone really south. But
because none of them were proficient with weapons, and we could have just had a field day.
yeah, it would have been a pretty dark ending. It's
Oh,
not
that
the
would've-
ending
we-
I would have chosen, and it's not what happened, so I'm glad about that.
I wasn't gonna attack